Turn the propane off at the tank and gently lower your pot using gloves or mitts. Then fire up your burner and cook as directed. Don't forget to turn off your burner before removing your seafood. Now sit back and enjoy another fabulous Louisiana feast.
Fuel for our future.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod, Miss Louisiana. For more delicious safety tips, go to louisianapropane.com.
Looking for a roof that's going to last with the best prices and awesome customer service? Visit Majestic Metals. With over 70 years of experience, our knowledge and expertise are unmatched. And we've just lowered our prices, still providing the same prime warranty roofing materials guaranteed to last. If you want quality, strength, and service, visit On Airline in Sorrento or call 225-675-3800 or online at majesticmetalsinc.com. Your new roof is waiting. Let us get you covered.
At 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge, our Dreams Come True Radiothon,
Powered by the Baton Rouge Clinic.
returns April 20th. And this year, we're turning it into Power Days.
Dr. Parker Say.
Obviously, a lot of our role is clinical and in the office, but we recognize that, taking care of a patient and taking care of a family often goes beyond that. Anything that we can do to give them some time away and to support them outside of just the medicines that we're prescribing is important, and we want to get on board with that mission.
A few days, big impact, and some seriously unforgettable concert giveaways when you step up to help local kids who need it most.
Dr. Kelsey Pash.
The Dreams Come True Foundation really aligns closely with Baton Rouge Clinic's mission and values. To children facing serious illnesses is just a natural.
Details are coming, but for now, lock in the date. Our Dreams Come True Radiothon is powered by the Baton Rouge Clinic, coming April 20th on 104.5 ESPN Baton Rouge.
Mark your calendars for the Ponchatoula Strawberry Festival, April 10th through April 12th at Ponchatoula Memorial Park. There's music, parades, and of course, delicious Louisiana strawberries. Visit lastrawberryfestival.com for more information.
Insurance companies have teams of professionals to fight your claim. If you want to know what your case is really worth, I'm Spencer Callahan. I'd like to help.
Spencer Callahan is the one to see. Call 387-2323.
LA filing number 16-7970.
WNXX Jackson, KNXX Donaldsonville, and WDGL HD2 Baton Rouge. This hour brought to you by Spencer Callahan Injury Lawyers. LA 21-12681. Offices in Baton Rouge.
Good morning. It's 7 a.m. here on Monday, April 6th. Today in Baton Rouge, you can expect cloudy skies with a high of around 68. On today's show, we'll recap LSU baseball's big-time series win over the Tennessee Volunteers. We'll talk some Saints. We'll talk some LSU football and men's national championship preview and women's national championship recap, all here on today's show. You can follow us on Twitter or Instagram at OTB_ESPN. And watch us on YouTube at the 104.5 ESPN channel. Hour number one of Off the Bench, live from the Razor Cane studio, brought to you by Bayou Automotive, starts now.
Off the Bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Let's go, baby, let's go.
From a championship backfield to your morning drive.
Hands to Hester, and Hester.
Yep, got it. 5 out of 5.
You're locked in to Off the Bench.
Flynn is back to throw. From the end zone.
Live from the Raising Cane studio, here's Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Yo!
Come on, Braxton. This is day 2 for you, Braxton.
I know. We let Thursday slide.
Let us slide the first day. It's ridiculous now.
How did you not wake up thinking about the yo? I think about the yo every morning driving into work.
Exactly.
I don't know. I was kind of missing the how, to be honest.
Well, I mean, that's what we can't even how if we don't get to the yos.
You're right.
How are we supposed to do it?
I guess we got to start with the yo first, right?
Well, yeah.
You got to, then the how.
Pretty much how the show starts every single day. Every single morning. Good morning, everybody. Welcome into the show, Off the Bench. We got a Monday morning. We got a fantastic morning of just talking sports with you. As you have probably noticed, this is not Jacob Hester's voice. Jacob is enjoying a little R&R time. The kids are out on spring break. It's been Easter weekend, so he's getting a little R&R time. I think his family went to the beach this weekend. I think they're going to stay there, but he's actually going to be coming back today, and he will be in studio the rest of the week, which is he's actually fallen on the sword a little bit for us, guys. He was going to be in Florida for the entire week. He was going to do a little bit of the show kind of remotely. He said, you know what, let me just enjoy at least like a full day of vacation, come back a little bit early. He's going to be here the rest of the week with us. So you gotta bear with us for today. Flynn, our guy Braxton, who hates Yoan, and Tay in studio. We got a new different version of the tripod rolling with you this morning. And what a weekend.
A little bit happened.
A little bit happened. We got a lot to talk about. Certainly our wheelhouse, or my wheelhouse, is the football world. I guess less happening in the football world. A lot happening in some other stuff. Some very exciting stuff to talk about. LSU baseball with a series win that can only be described as gritty and crazy entertaining with a series victory over Tennessee. We're going to get into detail throughout this show, especially this first hour, so stick with us. We have LSU gymnastics, LSU softball. What else we got? We got a lot.
Man, we got natties. Team won a natty. A team's going to win a natty tonight. We got the Masters coming up on Thursday.
I can't wait.
Huge week.
I know.
It's a huge week.
But before we get to all of that, we certainly, wanted to mention the wildly entertaining LSU baseball victory versus Tennessee. Well, let's just check in. Let's get a vibe check on everybody. Braxton,
yes,
you're
sir.
Day 2 here.
Yeah.
On off the bench. You're kind of like an old salty vet now, even though you hate Yoing. How's the weekend?
He does hate Yoing, man.
He does hate Yoing.
It's unfortunate.
It really is. It's okay, though. We're going to look past that. We're going to get past a little bit. How was your weekend? Did you have a good weekend?
Oh, it was perfect. It was great. The rain, I know it was very scattered, but it kind of held off where I was mainly. So Friday, the pasta salad and jambalaya was perfect. Great family time, celebrated.
Wait, you made two, pasta salad and
jambalaya? Originally, we were going to do a crawfish boil, but because of the chance of rain, we were like, we got to go safe. So we just bought pasta salad and jambalaya from Rice and Roux. So we had that, and, we had some extra sides, some fruit salad, some, potato salad, everything, all the sides, right? And so everything was good. We still got to celebrate my uncle and cousin's birthday, so we had some birthday cake. The vibes were good. Everything went perfect. And then on Sunday, we went with my grandparents, had lunch with them, grilled some pork chops and sausage, so that was great.
Okay. Any Easter Bunny situations?
Find
some eggs?
Yeah. Well, no, got some candy, got some.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
All right. Very good. So it sounds like a nice. I got to be honest with you. I wasn't real mad at the weather. I know it rained.
I wasn't either.
And I know it might have canceled a few plans here and there. Canceled a crawfish boil. Maybe made it a little tougher to get a little weekend picnic in. But I like a little weather like that. We like to sit at the house, hear a little bit of thunder, hear a little bit of rain. Kids are at a cool age, too. They like to get the boots on and go stomp in the puddles a little bit. Hey, how was yours? Did you have a nice little Easter weekend?
Yeah, it was great. Braxton said perfect. That's going to be hard for me to follow. I'm going to be very honest. Preface by saying that.
Aggressively positive.
I got a visit from the Easter Bunny. I didn't even think I was good enough. I wake up yesterday morning.
I don't know if the Easter Bunny judges like that.
There's two chocolate bunnies on the mantle. And I'm like, hold up. I didn't even hear the little guy come in. So snuck in the house, did that. On Saturday, me and Victoria put together all these eggs for her nieces and nephews that were coming in yesterday. We get to the crawfish boil. We didn't bring the eggs. No, so there's about 100 eggs that we put together, including a golden egg.
Oh.
In my laundry room in the bag where we left it. We didn't even bring it. So I'm assuming they'll do some sort of Easter egg hunt today, tomorrow, whenever. But, it did not occur yesterday. That's on me. Pat the chest a little bit. But other than that, man, Great time, great weekend, great sports weekend.
What was in
Love
the,
a crawfish boil.
What was in the golden egg?
Okay, guys, you're gonna say, okay, can't hide money, Taylor. I put $1 in there.
What?
Okay, not a huge deal.
Hold on a second.
I'm just saying, like they're like
You got a golden egg,
mm-hmm.
and you put $1 in it.
Put $1 in it.
I feel like you got to at least put 5.
Well,
I'm sorry.
It's the only one. Here's the thing.
It's
they're
the
like,
golden egg.
They're like 7.
Yeah.
So they're gonna love that $1.
That is true. 7's getting to the age where they can understand the bigger number means more things. Like I remember, so when my kids were like young, when they were like started like losing teeth, the tooth fairy would leave them some money, and one time it left like $1. Next time it left like $3, and then like the older they get, the more teeth, the tooth fairy seems to leave a little bit more money.
Oh yeah, we used to get
And
like
so it's
$5.
So
on our tooth,
$5 was like the third or fourth, fifth tooth. I can't remember which one. And I remember my child being disappointed because they're like, last time I got $3. Now I only get this one that has a 5 on it. They thought it was more money because it had more.
So I'm
bill.
with you on that because you can't go backwards on these things.
Yeah.
Last year they hit Easter eggs. They didn't even have a golden egg last year.
Did you put a nickel in it last year?
No, they didn't even have a golden egg. This pack that Victoria bought had one golden. I was like, you know what? We're going to do baby steps because if I do 5 this year, they're going to expect 10 next year. I was like, this way I can go to 5 next year. We're pacing ourselves.
God, there's 7. They got to have at least a $5 bill in that golden egg.
Mm-hmm. You know, because I thought about that. I was like, oh, man, I got to put a 5 in here. But I was like, what are they going to do with $1 anyways? We just put $1 in it.
They're not going to do anything.
It's fine.
They could do something with 5.
They're going to brag to the brother and sister that they got the $1.
Well,
That's what they're going to do.
I just want to apologize to all the little children chasing Taylor's golden egg out there. Did they find it?
They hadn't done it yet. That's what I'm saying. Okay. We had the basket of eggs in our laundry room. I saw it last night, and it was like, yep, knew we forgot to bring something.
I think that $1 bill in that golden egg. Yeah. I don't know if it's worth putting in the real tough hiding spot.
I mean, I don't know. We'll see, man.
Our kids. So we did a Easter egg hunt, and we hit a bunch in our yard, like probably 150 eggs. Some of them were boiled. We had about 3 dozen that we did the boiling and like the dyeing event and all that good stuff, which is fantastic. Which is probably the most fun part of it all. Then we hit them, and they did basically Easter egg hunt in the rain, which was awesome.
That is cool.
It was fun, and they enjoyed it too. It was like, let's put on the rain jackets, let's put on the rubber boots. Mom and Dad walked around with umbrellas, and they had a great time.
Well, I mean, the kids are running. They're slipping and sliding in the mud. There's a little bit more at stake, There's kind of an extreme factor, so that's cool. Mm-hmm. We like that.
We did have an egg with $1 in it.
There you go.
But we also had a $5, and a $10, and a $20.
A 20.
I know.
Well, see, the thing
it was wild because our kids are 10, 8, and 5. So this is like, there's very few opportunities throughout the year for them to make $1 and to like learn the lesson of saving and like, do you want to spend this or do you want to save it to get something bigger in the future? We haven't really I've tried to explain let's start a bank account, let's do the compound interest situation. That's gone over some heads so far, but we're getting there. So we spiced it up, and of course the 5-year-old found the big one, the big egg.
Heck yeah.
And the older ones are like, what? And the 5-year-old's like, yeah, whatever. What is this? I'll trade you for that $1.
You got a Reese's egg in there?
You got a Reese's egg in there?
I'll trade you this $20
that
for
Reese's
that
shaped
Reese's
like
egg.
a bunny? I'll take 2. $10 a piece.
That sounds like me and my siblings when we were younger. We always like fought around, and if I had the 20 or they found the 20 and I'm the older one, I would be so mad just because I wanted the 20.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
Has to be fair in my house.
Anyway, it was a fantastic weekend as we celebrate the death and resurrection, and it was fantastic. And I hope everybody had a great Easter out there. I hope everybody was able to spend it with loved ones and enjoy a little rest, a little R&R. And I know there's a lot of people out there with kids on spring break. So if you are tuning in to us at 7-11 on spring break, if you're on trip, God bless you. We appreciate you tuning in. And Taylor, I also appreciate LSU baseball. I appreciate them getting up and getting over the Easter and not worrying about finding eggs and making people go find baseballs over the fence.
They were pretty good over the weekend, man. Like, it was exciting, right? They didn't even make it boring. They're like, you know what? We're not going to blow out Tennessee.
Yeah.
We're going to fall down by 5 runs. Yeah. Then we're going to start playing baseball.
We're going to make it stressful.
We're not a first 7-inning team.
No.
I mean, who comes and play in the first 7 innings?
That's why you play 9, Matt.
It was a weekend series that literally had everything. It had incredible pitching, incredible relief pitching, getting out of jams. It had power. It had situational hitting. It had little drama. It had a coach getting thrown out of the game at a pretty big moment. It had record-breaking hitting. It was absolutely an incredible weekend for LSU baseball, and we are going to get into all of it on the other side of this break. But we just want to say thank you before we get started, and thank you for joining in with us. Monday's show going to be brought to you by Bayou Automotive every single Monday, brought to you by Bayou Automotive right here in the Raising Cane's studio. Stick with us. Got a great 3 hours for you. Like I said, Jake is out. So it's Flynn, Braxton, Tay coming at you all morning long. Stick with us right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right, go to First American Bank and Trust. That's FABT.com. If you are looking to bank with somebody that you can trust, bank with somebody that is local. First American Bank and Trust, everything they do here has local decisions in mind. It has Baton Rouge people, it has Louisiana people first. So if you are looking to start a new bank account, maybe you have a kid that's getting a little bit older, you want to start a bank account for him. Maybe you're growing, you're having your 3rd, 4th kid, you need a bigger house, you need a mortgage. It doesn't matter what it is, commercial loans, residential loans, personal loans, line of credit. It doesn't matter. When you're going to make that decision, when you are going to park your money somewhere and trust somebody with all your hard work, hard-earned dollars, you want to make sure you can look them in the eye, shake them in the hands. That's at First American Bank and Trust. People you trust, people you know, people you can talk to every single day. First American Bank and Trust, FABT.com.
Take advantage of the powerful 3025E tractor with loader for just $297 a month with 0% financing for 72 months. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, this is the tractor built to get it done. Don't wait. This offer ends April 30th, 2026. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
At Ochsner, we know healing is a team sport. That's why we've partnered with world-renowned orthopedic surgeon Dr. James Andrews to create the Ochsner Andrews Orthopedics and Sports Medicine Institute. Whether you're a professional athlete or a weekend warrior, our team of specialists are dedicated to getting you back in the game. So whatever your reasons are for reaching your personal best, we've only got one. You. Ochsner Andrews Institute. Long live you.
Men, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana propane dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Gulf Coast Bank and Trust is giving our customers the power to bank anywhere, anytime during this challenging event. And we're right there with you. Our mobile banking app is a smart way to manage your money and time. Gulf Coast Bank and Trust, the bank that cares about you.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back in here Off the Bench. Got a Monday morning. A little day after Easter. Off the Bench. And Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive, Bayou Ford, Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. Whatever you need, whatever your little heart desires, whatever kind of car person, man, woman you are. I'm a Ford guy myself. You can get it all at right there, BayouAutomotive.com. Go check them out. And you can select one of those dealerships below. Like I said, I'm a Ford guy. That's where I would go. Not a big deal. I like driving a little pickup truck. But whatever you want, right there, Bayou Automotive. They make buying easy. They make maintenance easy. And incredible customer service. Go check them out, BayouAutomotive.com. All right. Well, I think it's time. After this fantastic weekend, I think it is time that we get this thing started. Got him? We're going to get this thing started.
It's time to get glowing, courtesy of GoFlow IV Spa, where hydration, vitamins, and a summer-ready glow are always on tap. Now, for starters.
All right, Braxton, I kind of got you there. I wasn't even trying to. My bad.
No, that was all me. I don't know what was
ready.
going on. It's still early. It was still early.
We're going to get it started. Brought to you by GoFlow IV, GoFlow IV Spa. Go check them out there right on Jefferson Highway near Bocage. If you want a little IV therapy, if you celebrated a little too hard this Easter weekend with some LSU victories, and you want to get feeling better fast, go to GoFlow IV, GoFlowIV.com. You can go check out their menu of items, their list of IVs, their list of add-ins, all the vitamins that you can get added in that do different things in your body. If you're feeling a little bit under the weather, they got something for that. If you're a little sick to your stomach, a little nausea, they got something for that. Got a lot of inflammation, a lot of soreness. You just started working out again for the first time. They got something for that too. They got something for everything. Get feeling better immediately and boost that immune system while you do it. Get hydrated, get vitamized. Go Flow IV. All right. Tigers win. Tigers win. Tigers take home the weekend series. 2 series in a row in the SEC for your LSU baseball Tigers. And they do it in absolute entertaining fashion in a series, like we said, can only be described as wildly entertaining. They had something of everything. If you like any different types of baseball, they had it. They had home runs. They had walk-offs. They had bunts. They had coaches getting thrown out. They had good pitching. They had bad pitching. It was absolutely incredible all weekend long. LSU takes down Tennessee in the series victory with a lot of wildly entertaining stuff. But we're going to break it down for you a little piece by piece here. So let's go back in time a little bit. Let's go back in time to Friday. Game 1. LSU, in a game that when I'm watching this game, it felt like LSU almost, certainly of course they earned it, but it felt like they almost stole this game because for 7 innings, the bats were pretty much gone. Didn't seem like LSU was going to get it done because they had an outstanding pitching performance from Tennessee. Landon Mack, is that right? Landon Mack pitched his face off, pitched 7 innings. was absolutely dealing. Struck out 10. He retired his last 13 batters of LSU that he faced. Well, let's get that guy out of there. And when they do, they get that guy out of there. Down 4-1 in the 8th inning. Derek Curiel goes oppo. Grand slam to take the lead. How about that? So in the last couple of weeks, grand slams have been kind of a prevalent theme, at least in the SEC. We saw Vanderbilt take down Tennessee last week in a walk-off grand slam, and something that you can only dream of as a kid. But this week, which featured 2 LSU grand slams, and Tennessee had one as well, right?
Yeah, and then the one that LSU had in the midweek against Southern when they were down 6-1, that was also Derek Curiel. He's got 2 this week.
He's got 2. Has that ever been done? 2 grand slams in 1 week?
I mean, they've had 2 in the same game one time. Not LSU, but
right.
Yeah, I mean, it's a rarity for sure.
Yep. So a 2-out grand slam by Derek Curiel, too, in the 8th, followed by Seth Dardar's solo shot, which put him up 6-1, and then Stanfield hits another solo shot in the 9th inning. Casey Evans goes 5 2/3, and Casey Evans did not have a maybe not his best day, but he had a really good day, really good outing, and so he Devin Sheeran comes in and then closed his last 2 innings. David Sheeran gets out of a 2-out bases loaded jam with absolute electric stuff. Taylor, give me your thoughts on kind of game 1, how it all played out, kind of the pitcher's performance, and how you just think the bullpen did after Casey Evans.
You're being able to rely on Devin Sheeran in the back of bullpens in big games. I mean, this is not the first time he's done this. He's strung together 2 or 3 good outings. I mean, I would like to see Devin Sheeran extend even longer than 2 innings. Because, I mean, you mentioned it. Like, Kaysen goes 5 2/3. Yeah, he gives up 3 runs, but he strikes out 6. He only walks 2. Like, not his best stuff, but not absolutely awful either. Then the 3 in the middle, Lockenmeyer, Rizzi, Santiago Garcia, they were all pretty good. It's just, I mean, you went 1/3 of an inning, 2/3 of an inning, 1/3 of an inning. So they didn't have to do a ton. You go to Sheeran, again, down 4-1, 8th inning, and all he does is he gives up 1 run. That was late, though, in the 9th inning. You already had a 3-run advantage, believe it or not, at that point. He strikes out 4. He only walks 1.
Believe it or not.
He's been really good. Well, I mean, because look, going into
down
the
4-1. You're like,
you're down 4-1. They walk the bases loaded. Curiel gets the grand slam. Very next at bat, Seth Dardar gets the solo shot. So that makes it, I mean, you're 6-4 at that point. Then Stanfield in the 9th added a solo home run. You're 7-4 going into the bottom. I mean, you have a 3-run cushion. You're feeling good. Yeah, Sheeran gives up the 1 run, but I thought he did a really nice job closing out that game. Because I think we talked about it a little bit on Thursday, Matt, when Jake was breaking down, hey, the LSU pitchers are better than their ERAs say. My thought was, so is Tennessee. Like Landon Mack, he's had some not so good outings, but he's had some really good outings this year. This was one of his really good outings. I mean, the guy goes 7 innings, 10 strikeouts, 3 hits, 1 run. Only walked 1 guy. I mean, Landon Mack showed why he's the Friday night starter on this Tennessee staff that, again, it's had some up and downs, but they've been pretty good at times. Loved what I saw from LSU because, sure, you could say don't dig yourself into that 4-1 hole going into the 8th. 2 weeks ago, LSU loses this game, in my opinion. And they did it not once, but twice, which we'll get into a little bit later this weekend. So, yes, the bats struggled to come around at times this series, but when you needed it the most, they did. And I think that's something that's trending in the right direction because I don't think they would have done this 2 weeks ago.
This seems to be a theme right now for LSU. The bats take a while to wake up, but when they wake up, they explode. And certainly they did Friday night, and certainly they did yesterday. Absolutely. But they struggled a little bit to get going on Saturday. Another really great pitching performance by 2 guys on Saturday. Tegan Kuhns and Cam Appenzeller.
God, what a good name.
What a good name.
I mean, you got Appenzeller.
Every time I've said it or talked about it, I've had to look at it like 2 or 3 times.
But then you got Cam, the short name in the front, Appenzeller. I mean, that's an 8 out of 10, easy.
Absolutely. And in a pitcher's game. And, of course, LSU. Tennessee evens the series on Saturday, beating LSU 4-1, which is And that's what kind of like what I said, like this weekend series had everything. It had the hitting explosion. It had home runs. It had the long ball. It had everything you want from a series. And then sandwiched in between that was some really good pitching performances. Taylor, any thoughts on what you saw from LSU? I mean, certainly good pitching is going to kind of rule all. And this has kind of been the theme for LSU is like you kind of start, you're like, come on, got to get the bats going. But it's something usually kind of like the dam breaks a little bit for LSU. It just didn't break in this one. They just couldn't get off the ground.
Yeah, again, Tegan Kuntz has been a lot like Landon Mack this year. Had some really good outings, really bad. And, yeah, he gave up 1 earned run through 4 innings, but it was Cam Appenteller. I mean, he goes 5 innings in relief, gave up 1 hit, 6 strikeouts, no walks. It's hard to beat that guy. And then on the flip side of things, this is one of the first games in a while where William Schmidt actually looked human. I mean, Schmidt's been your best weekend starter really all year long as far as consistency. He goes 5 2/3. He gives up 4 runs. Now, he had 7 strikeouts, but this was the game where, unfortunately, William Schmidt pretty much had to be perfect, and he wasn't because the bats on the other side, like, Matt, we were 5 for 32 at the plate on Saturday.
Right.
You just didn't have it. Nobody came up with that big hit like they did on Friday, like they did on Sunday. And again, like I'm not blaming Schmidt. Like, yeah, 5 2/3, gave up 4 runs. It's not what you want, but he's been so solid all year long. It didn't matter.
Well, LSU
when,
was 5 for 32. Tennessee was 3 for 29.
Right. So like they hit.
I mean, yeah, he looked human, but he still only gave up 3 hits.
For sure.
And 2
it's
earned
just
runs.
Tegan Kuntz and Cam Appenzeller
Right.
combined 9 innings, gave up 1 run. I mean, it's when you have 2 pitchers doing that on the other side, again, you pretty much have to be perfect. And it's just that's a tough ask for a pitcher.
I'm looking at it. Yep, LSU was 1 for 7 with runners in scoring position. Tennessee was 1 for 10. And like you said, William Schmidt gives up, shows a little bit of humanness, but still goes over 5 innings, gives up only 3 hits, 2 earned runs. And Tennessee was only 3 for 29. It just wasn't your day. He couldn't break through. But look, good pitcher. We want to see everything. We want to see good everything, good LSU breakthrough. But no, Tennessee takes down Game 2, 4-1. So, LSU fans, we all go to sleep Saturday night. A little nervous. We got one on Friday, but it kind of felt like, I don't want to say steal. That's minimizing what the LSU efforts late in the game. But it certainly on Friday night felt like the game was in Tennessee's control for 95% of that game. And then we take it at the end with the bats exploding. Come back Saturday, and Tennessee wins a pitching duel. So we go to bed, laying our head down Saturday night, waiting for the Easter Bunny to come, not knowing how the series is going to turn out. Feeling a little bit nervous because we got beat Saturday. We won it at the end on Friday. Who's going to be the better team? And the game did not disappoint. An Easter miracle happened. Fantastic. And we're going to get into that when we come back from break right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right. Do you work in an office? Do you own an office? Do you run an office? Whatever it is. When you do that, you know that your office technology is like the main thing that you have to worry about that keeps everything moving, everything rolling. Gulf Coast Office Products is the best when it comes to office technology. And we're talking about printers. We're talking about copiers, scanners, whatever it is. Keep that paper trail moving throughout the business day. Stay operational. Like I work at an office every single day. I leave this radio station, I go to my office, and I sit there and work. The worst times is when that office technology goes down. There's nothing you can do. Business ceases to stop. When that paper trail stops, we live in a digital world, but there is a paper trail in all the offices that has to keep going. And when it goes down, that's when Gulf Coast Office Products award-winning customer service team steps in and gets you back up and running. They are the best. They are award-winning Gulf Coast Office Products, GCOPnet.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith. At Locke Meredith, Sean Fagan and Associates, we know each case and client are unique and that no 2 cases are the same. But one thing remains constant, and that is our passion to help our clients. After an accident, we know your life has changed, which is why we passionately fight to make you and your family whole. Remember, whether you hire us at all, give us a call at 272-5555. We're here to serve you.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect our planet. Together, we're fueling our energy future. Atmos Energy.
The Cane's Box Combo, a symphony of flavors. Raising Cane's chicken fingers. One love.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Savor game day platters and snacks, plus drink specials at 1717 Kitchen and Cocktail.
Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. I feel like this intro took a while to get to the words. I feel like it was an extended, little guitar riff right there. No? Anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I didn't know. I just clicked the official video, so
it worked. It's fantastic.
As long as it went off.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. Brought to you by Monday Show, brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Every single Monday, Bayou Automotive, right here from the Raising Cane studio. Before we get into the third and decisive game, I want to tell you about our friends over at Tommy's Windows, Doors, Siding. Go Tommy's. Oh, do it again. Hit it again.
Oh, Tommy.
There we go. Go Tommy's.com. Go check them out for all your windows, door, siding needs. The best when it comes to lifetime warranties, maybe, craftsmanship, customer service, working with great people that are located right here in Louisiana that care about your house. And if you got a project happening, we know that you're going to go and you're going to get some prices. You're going to talk to some different contractors. Who can give me the best price? Who do I feel comfortable with? Make sure you do yourself a favor. Call Tommy and talk to them about your project and let them show you exactly why they win award after award after award every single year since 2016. Angie Super Service Award. Integrity, dependable, and professional. And most importantly, when your house is ripped open and you got a project, you want them to be efficient. They're the best right there. GoTommys.com. All right, game 3, LSU-Tennessee. RMPD. I just want to start that chant, but it doesn't. I don't know if it really rolls off the tongue like I want it to.
You could just go Cade,
Cade, Aaron Beatty with an unbelievable game, a record-breaking game. You know that LSU baseball has a pretty good little history, right?
From what I've gathered, yeah.
Pretty nice little program we've put together. One of the top baseball programs, if not the best baseball program in the history of college baseball. How about him breaking a little record yesterday, setting some history. First LSU baseball player to have 4 home runs in one game. An absolutely masterclass at the plate. And led the charge to winning the series against Tennessee. If I told you that LSU 10-run ruled them, what would you say?
I would have been like, oh, this game ended in 7. LSU came out firing. The bats finally got hot early in the game, and LSU blew them out.
Yeah. No. This game went 12. 12 innings, 12 full innings. The 10-run ruled them in an absolutely electric game. Like we said, Cade, Aaron Beatty. 4 home runs yesterday, including 3 solo shots and a grand slam in the 12th inning as the Tigers scored 10 runs in the 12th to win 16-6 over Tennessee. In a game that was absolutely electric at the end, at least, starting in the 7th inning. It's one of those games that kind of felt familiar. Tennessee comes out, scores some runs early. LSU has unforced errors in the field again. Stephen Milam records his first error of the season on 2 outs on a bad throw to second base, and then the next batter hits a grand slam for Tennessee, which puts you down 5-0 in the 3rd inning. And you're like, oh, God, well, we just gifted that one to them. And should have been out of the inning. They got a grand slam. We're down 5-0. They're not really, outplaying us that much, but one swing of the bat changes the complete complexity of this game. Do the Tigers have enough in them to score enough runs to get there? And for a while, it didn't seem like the Tigers scoring got started in the 5th inning with Cade Aaron Beatty. Solo shot in the 5th. And then in the 7th inning, back-to-back from Pearson, Aaron Beatty, and Dardar. Dardar, whose bat was hit really well.
Yeah, I mean, he had that solo home. Well, he had that solo homer on Friday.
Yep.
Was good in the midweek. And then remember, we talked about it on Monday. He batted 600 last series. So, I mean, in SEC play, he's tearing the cover off.
He's one of these guys that, teased us early on in the season. Yep. We were like, oh, my God, we got one.
And then
we
got one.
Then he dipped, and we were like, who's this guy? Get him out the lineup. And all of a sudden, he's kind of shown why Jay Johnson brought him in, why Jay Johnson has stuck with him. He's got a really good bat and a really dangerous from the left side of the plate. So he batted well all weekend long, and like we just said, he has come on pretty strong as of late. And then in the 9th inning, oof, my goodness, I didn't want to bring this up because I'm so against them. But our group chat in the Foxhole was popping off yesterday during the game. If Derek Curiel had an oven mitt on, does he score on his slide into home base?
But you don't get all the excitement that you got at the end of the game.
That's
honestly, Matt, might be worth not having it.
Was that the 10th or was that the 9th?
I think that was the 9th.
That was the 9th. Okay. Yeah, it was in a decision that got questioned by the TV announcers. Derek Curiel gets sent home by the third base with no outs. Because you were about, if he gets held right there, you're going to have runners on 2nd and 3rd. He gets sent, which I liked it. I don't know about y'all. I liked it.
It was a good gamble. 100%.
Absolutely. And, I mean, with a better slide, I mean, it was a good slide, but with a slide that was a half inch to the left.
I didn't think it was that close, to be honest. When I first saw it, I guess in real time, I knew he didn't touch it, but when they showed the replay, he was fingertips off.
I know. And I knew, I didn't even want to look at my phone at that time because I knew y'all were going to be texting me talking about the oven mitt and how if they would have had it on, if he would have had it on. And then, of course, the next time he gets on base, I think it was in the 12th inning, the next time he gets on base, he had oven mitts on both hands. Did y'all see it?
No, I didn't.
Double mitt?
He was double mitted.
That's awesome.
I guess he only wears it on his right hand.
Yeah, for sliding purposes.
Mm-hmm. And then after that, after he got called, he didn't touch the bag. He had oven mitts on both hands. which I didn't love to see, but, whatever.
You knew it was coming after that, though.
Yeah.
You knew all the mitt wearers were going to come out of the woodworks.
Taylor, let's take your breakdown of this leading up, through regulation right here, and just from a pitching performance. I mean, my overall view of this was, from a bullpen standpoint, LSU's bullpen held up a hell of a lot better than Tennessee's over the duration of a pretty well played, brutal weekend for both teams.
Yeah, especially yesterday. Like, there's a 12-inning game. You're thinking LSU is going to use 8 pitchers, which is exactly what Tennessee did. They used 8 pitchers yesterday. You used 4, but Lockenmeyer didn't even record an out. He threw it one batter. That was it. They got him out of there. So you really had 3 pitchers. And honestly, Grant Fontenot cruised through the first 2 innings, which that was a surprise coming into the game. On Thursday, Jay teased that Gavin Guidry was going to start this game like he did last weekend. He didn't. He goes to Grant Fontenot. The first 2 innings, he looks great. It unraveled for him in the third. I mean, that was the 5-run inning by Tennessee. He gives up 3. Cowan comes into that same inning, gives up 2. And you're like, okay, LSU's going to be shaky. Cowan's cruised the rest of the way. It's the only 2 innings he gave up. I mean, he threw 4 innings, 2 runs, 3 strikeouts, and no walk. So, I mean, outside of that, coming in cold in the 3rd inning, Zach Cowan was pretty good yesterday as well. I mean, about as good as you could ask. And then, look, I know we want to talk about the 10-run 12th inning. I know we want to talk about LSU's bats coming alive again. And Cade Arabidi, I mean, look, 5 for 6, 4 home runs, grand slam. He deserves all the flowers in the world. 7 RBIs. I mean, set a record for most home runs in an LSU game. I mean, and like you mentioned, pretty rich baseball history. But I want to talk about Gavin Guidry.
The announcers called him Goo-Idry, by the way.
God, that's awful.
Goo-Idry.
Oh, man.
So I was listening to
at least once.
I was listening to the radio broadcast of this because we were like at the Crawfish and Boiled during this. I just had it on the table listening. So thank God I didn't hear that.
They were very.
But when they had to start him, when Cooper Moore goes down, everyone's thoughts were, hey, Gavin's a guy that's going to come in, give you 2 to 3 innings. He's not really a starter. And while he didn't start this game, he goes 5 1/3, gives up 1 run. I mean, Gavin Guidry was phenomenal in this game. He's kind of like what's not being talked about enough because you scored 16 runs. You exploded in the 12th inning. Aaron Beatty, I get all that. But, I mean, Gavin Guidry possibly saved this game for you because, again, after you pull out Cowan, you're still down in that ball game, and Gavin Guidry goes in, gives up 1 run over 5 1/3. I mean, that was impressive stuff. And, yes, LSU's bullpen is what ultimately won you this game.
And – yeah, he goes the length of a starter would over 5 innings, and absolutely gave you the spark off the mound that you needed. In a game, I'm sure the Tennessee fans and team is sitting there today, and they full of regret of how that game played out yesterday. Certainly, they had a lot of opportunities as well. They were about 2 feet away, I think, yesterday from walking it off in the 11th. LSU had scored at the top of the 11th. They come back, and he did get, I think the one head scratcher yesterday was in the 11th from Guidry, where runner on second, no outs, and he makes a wild pitch. Runner gets to third, and then the long fly ball out to center field that almost went out. They almost walked it off with it. It leads to the sacrifice fly that ended up tying the game. So that was probably the one man, that was a bad wild pitch, moving the runner over from second to third. But yeah, like you said, Gavin Guidry, kind of the unspoken hero from yesterday that won't get talked about, and rightfully so, because of the history making of Cade Arabidi. Just what a performance at the plate he was. Hit it. I think the grand slam went over the scoreboard. I counted the steps of the right fielder on the play. 0. He didn't even move.
He just saw it off the bat.
He just saw it off the bat. And I love that. I love as a hitter, when you hit a ball to right field and the right fielder doesn't even move, that's got to feel so cool. You got to be like, yep.
There were at least, 3 home runs that smacked the scoreboard at least?
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yep, that one didn't smack it.
It went over. I think,
it almost
hit
the
that one hit the train. There was a train behind there.
Yeah, it almost hit the the tee on top, which would have been awesome if you like put the lights out on the tee.
Oh,
like just like 2
game's
feet
over
to the
there.
left.
Yeah.
Would have been absolutely
Also,
awesome.
Matt, I'm not claiming a natty after the Tennessee win, but you'll love this. The last time they had 3 straight home runs back to back to back was May 9th of 2023. LSU had a pretty good season that year with Paul Skeens. It was White, Beloso, Hayden, Travinsky.
Okay.
LSU goes on to win the natty. Paul Maneri, when he won the natty back in 2008, they did it with DJ LeMahieu, Blake Dean, and Micah Gibbs. So, trending in the right direction.
Trending in the very right direction. You know how many pitchers LSU threw yesterday?
Yeah, 4.
Or do you know how many Tennessee threw in the 12th inning?
Like 3.
They threw 4. I was sitting there. My wife's like, "Wait, they only let him throw 2 pitches?" Well, yeah, well, being the guy. And then the next guy, they only let him throw 4 pitches. Yeah, it was 2 hits on 4 pitches. Yeah.
Well, Aaron Beatty just hit a grand slam off this guy, so they got to pull him too. So.
And the other thing I loved yesterday, our guy Jay Johnson got the quick toss, got tossed out in the 9th inning. I mean, I loved it too. And I don't know if like he needed to fire up his team at that point or if it was even trying to. It was a bad
It worked,
call.
but they eject him very fast.
Like the first 2 pitches of that at bat were probably good pitches. Like they were tough pitches to lay out, like tough pitches to swing the bat on to get the bat off the shoulder. But like, okay, those are strikes. Well, the next one's like 3-4 inches below that. The catcher's catching it at the guy's ankles,
right?
Nearly, and he calls a strike. Jay comes out with the immediately comes out, and of course the umpire is going to take charge. He didn't even like hear one word of it. He just tossed him immediately. So hey, every once in a while, we know Jay. He likes to stay calm, cool, and collective. But at this particular moment, I loved it. It was awesome. Get tossed every now and then. And go fight for your team. Go fight for your guys. Go argue for your guys because it was such a big moment in the game, and we'd love to see it. We'd love to see the whole weekend. Congratulations to LSU baseball. Congratulations to LSU baseball fans as we take an exciting, much-needed. So now LSU improves to, I believe, 6-6 record in the SEC, taking down the last 2 weekend series and getting ready for another challenging one this coming weekend. Again, staying on the road, Ole Miss. Ready to roll. Feel bad for Ole Miss because we got Kate Aaron Beatty. Not a big deal. So, again, LSU baseball wishing us all a happy Easter yesterday with an awesome, dramatic victory in extra innings. All right, stick with us. We're going to close out hour 1 right here when we return on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right. Do you want to get ready for that hot weather that's coming through? We know we're all bracing for it. Okay, maybe not today. Weather got a little cool yesterday, but when that hot weather hits, you want your air condition rolling. You want it humming, and that's why you need to go check out Emerson Heating and Air. So when your AC goes out, it's an absolute emergency. So don't wait. Go to emsair.net for Emerson Heating and Air. That's emsair.net. For a local company that understands how important that air conditioning unit is in South Louisiana. So don't wait until it's like 95 degrees, 100% humidity to like when you have to think about it. Don't wait until then. Call them, let them come out, give you a little pre-check. Make sure that the air condition is ready to be cranking 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, trying to cool that house down. And, like it always goes out at the worst time. So make sure got a relationship with them. Let them go check it out. They've come to my house. They were absolutely incredible. And I got that peace of mind headed into summer. That's Emerson Heating and Air, emsair.net.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Looking for cleaner energy? Propane is energy for everyone. Propane water heaters are very cost efficient, and the savings are even greater with a tankless propane water heater. We all know that Louisiana propane is a safe and environmentally friendly fuel. So why not go green while you save some green? I'm Miss Louisiana, Gabrielle McLeod, and for more information, visit louisianapropane.com.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
When it comes to choosing energy for your family and your home, make the smart choice with natural gas. You can count on efficient and affordable natural gas to keep you comfortable and reduce your environmental impact to help protect.
Presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, closing out hour number one here on a Monday morning. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Right here from the Raising Cane's studio. Oh, did y'all see the fireworks in women's basketball? Gino?
Oh, yes, I did. I watched it.
Yes, you did. Gino, UConn, taking on the undefeated UConn Huskies, taking on South Carolina, a team that we are wildly familiar with. Gino didn't like losing, is what it seemed like. And he let Don Staley know about it.
I get it.
He kind of came off as like a little bit of a sore loser.
He did.
And he apologized for it. I did see that.
It's very out of character for Gino, too. He's normally more of like a layback.
To apologize?
No, to freak out the way he did.
Yeah, it came off as like he didn't really like Dawn Staley very much.
Which, I mean, look, Dawn gets into it with her fair share of coaches too. But yeah, I mean, Gino, his reaction, a little surprising to me.
Yeah. Now Dawn was caught on camera saying, "I'm going to beat his ass," multiple times, and I believe it.
Which I probably do have Dawn in that fight. I mean, honestly.
Right. All right, stick with us. Closing out hour one. Stick with us hour two right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
Yeah, a little short seggy there. Sorry, still not great at clock management, but. Who is fantastic at everything is K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. KTZBlinds.com. Go check them out. They got this amazing website where you can go see everything that they offer. And we're talking about window coverings. We're talking about shades that go up and down at a press of a button, whether it's inside, whether it's outside. We're talking about drapes, curtains, whatever it is. They got you covered. So if you want to go, if you want to like really step up the way your house looks and feels, the way it operates, call K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living. They can go to your house, give you a little consultation. You're like, all right, these are your options right here in the living room, options in the bedroom. Okay, here are the options. We got these motorized shades for your outdoor living area to turn that outdoor living space an extension of your home. They can do everything, really brings the room together. They can help you on your monthly bills in the summer when it gets hot. K to Z Interiors and Outdoor Living, KTZBlinds.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. Now the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
Looking for the ultimate game day experience? Come to the Queen Casino in Baton Rouge. Wall-to-wall TVs mean you'll see every touchdown in HD. Place your bets and feel the thrill of every play with our DraftKings Sportsbook. The Queen Casino, where every moment is a win.
With Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Okay, here we go.
Where the plays get broken down and science gets denied.
Hey, they said I gotta come off the bench.
Hour 2 of Off the Bench, live from the Raising Cane's studio.
All right, welcome back here. Hour number 2 off the bench. Coming at you. Flynn, Braxton, Tay-Tay, and Raising Cane the dog. Hanging out with you. Coming at you all morning. We're starting out hour number 2. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive every single Monday. If you're looking for a easy car buying experience, new, used, go check them out. 9 full-time drivers on staff right there, Bayou Automotive. So you can buy from the comfort of your home. You don't have to move. You can watch this show on YouTube or listen to it on the radio, and also pull up BayouAutomotive.com and just buy you a car, and they'll drive it to you. And they'll pick up your old car, drive it back, do the whole trade-in deal. Also maintenance, too. If you buy from them and you need a fix, they'll also send one of those drivers to get your car, go fix it, and drive it back to you. And the words you think of when you think of Bayou Automotive is just easy. They make the whole buying process easy, owning a car easy. Go check them out. It's a new age of buying a vehicle. You don't always have to just go to the lot. They got a great lot, but you don't have to do it. Go check them out. Give them a call, BayouAutomotive.com. All right, we got some natties. We got some people playing for some championship trophies tonight, and we had some people playing for a championship trophy yesterday after Dawn Staley said she was going to beat Gino's ass in the Final Four, in the semifinals. Which do you think she could take him? I mean, from a
Gino, yes.
From a scary situation, like from just being a terrifying.
Gino's pretty old.
She can get him.
How old is he?
Old.
Good answer.
Old enough to where like he like apologizing for something.
Yeah.
Probably kind of out the window, but he did. He kind of apologized. Maybe
Gino's 72.
Maybe it was somebody else that was writing the apology, and he just rubber stamped it. I don't know. South Carolina takes down the undefeated UConn Huskies. Trying to go, make a little history, and they're trying to go undefeated throughout a season. Well, they get the, what they got? You know what South Carolina, their reward for beating UConn?
UCLA.
They got to play UCLA yesterday.
Which, South Carolina was heavy favorites, so they obviously rolled in that game. I bet it, you know what? I bet it was a blowout.
Do you think so?
Mm-hmm. I bet,
You're right. It was.
Yeah.
It was. And I don't think there's going to be any, tears shed in Louisiana, at least. South Carolina, they got blown out. UCLA actually won the game. UCLA, the other school in Los Angeles, because there's two, beats South Carolina 79-51. Oh, boy. This one wasn't even competitive. I turned it on. I'm trying to remember the timing because I was watching. We were at a friend's house yesterday. Kids were playing, doing the Easter deal, and we were locked into the baseball game. I think we turned it on afterwards, and it was like the end of the third quarter. They were down by like 30 at the end of the third quarter, so it really wasn't worth the time to continue to watch it. I wanted to. I was like hoping to turn it on and go from like one exciting sports thing to the next and be like, okay, we got a game here. Well, it wasn't. South Carolina, Don Staley and company. I don't know what happened. I guess UCLA, yeah, of course they're really good. But it's 2 number 1 seeds. It shouldn't be a blowout like that. UCLA wins 79-51. We turn our focus, we turn our gaze to Monday night. Men's, the bracket. Bracketology finishes today. Hey, does anybody still have any teams left in their bracket?
Yeah, I have Michigan winning.
I do as well.
I have Michigan winning too. That's not fair.
Well, I mean,
I thought I was
Matt,
like one of the only.
That's what you get for.
I was ready to take my victory lap here.
That's what you get for keeping your bracket where I could see it. I just filled it out right over your shoulder.
That's a good point. That's a good point. Look, my son, distraught. He's a big Illini fan.
Really?
For absolutely no reason.
I was going to say why.
For absolutely no reason. He chose them a couple years ago. Like, of course, everybody, most people just blindly choose in the bracket. Unless you're Hester, you just pick number 1 to win every time. And he blindly chose Illinois, and they went like the furthest in his bracket, whatever it was, a couple of years ago when he first did, like the first year he did a bracket. So since then, he's an Illinois basketball fan. I can't explain it. It's wild. So he's been cheering hard for Illinois.
I don't hate it. They've been playing really well.
I know, good for him. And so they get beat by UConn on Saturday, and he was very distraught. He was not real happy.
UConn cheated.
Mm-hmm.
They had to have.
They had to.
That's what I'm thinking.
You can beat Huck's team. You kidding me?
You're gonna beat Huck's team. You kidding me? Yeah, it's tough. But you know what? The animal himself, Dan Hurley.
Mm-hmm.
What an absolute animal. So did it come out? So he headbutted the ref, right? A couple games ago, which could have cost him.
They kind of.
It was a head.
They kind of head touch.
It's his head, buddy.
Like if Braxton was here and we just kind of pushed against each other.
It was as much of a headbutt as a coach to ref interaction should be.
Yeah.
Before it's all zeros on the screen.
I feel like if it was any other ref, he would have got attacked.
Yeah, I guess they came out. I guess they're buddies or something like that.
Something like that. He said he's really cool with them. That's all I heard.
Is Dan Hurley the most interesting guy in college basketball? I think he is.
Yeah.
Because so many people kind of fell in love with this team a few years ago. They're like, oh, it's UConn. They're back. It's not Kansas or Duke. Like Dan Hurley brings them to back-to-back titles. He's played for his 3rd and 4 years, but I mean, his antics are kind of all over the place. Like the guy's kind of a psycho. Like let's just be honest.
100% a psychopath, and I'm here for it.
You see people that love that. You see people that don't like that at all. Like I think Dan Hurley might be the most interesting guy in college basketball.
I mean, he turned down a $7 million contract with the Lakers to stay at UConn.
And like that's endearing. A lot of people love that. And you see stuff like this, it's like the Dan Hurley opinions are all over the place.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he turned down, what I would assume that a lot of people would say is basketball's dream job, which is the head coach for the Lakers, just because of the history. I don't need to explain any of that to anybody. Maybe not everybody's dream job because you got to live in California. That wouldn't be my dream job because California stinks and is the worst state ever created. But he turned it down to live in Connecticut. I don't know. And I guess you could say, well, he likes the college game more than the professional game. Yeah, I get it. But at some point, most coaches have an itch, always, to do something a little bit more, to achieve a little bit more. Well, he's achieved, like, everything that you can. And he said, no, I don't want to go to the Lakers. I don't want to be the L.A. Lakers coach. Coach LeBron. LeBron who? I'm going to coach these college kids and fight for NIL dollars every single day. And, of course, UConn is from the NIL situation, I'm sure is in a much better setup than a lot of the bigger football schools because I'm sure they get a bigger piece of the pie when they are having to separate that NIL dollars when they have to split it. I think most schools are getting at least 75 to 85% to football, then basketball, baseball, blah, blah, blah. But the schools that don't have the biggest programs in football give a bigger percentage to basketball. So it is an advantageous spot for a lot of schools of UConn's size and have like the traditional blue bloods in basketball that don't have the big football program. I get all that. But anyway, congratulations. Anybody is this a game of intrigue to y'all? It's a 1 versus 2 matchup. Does Dan Hurley make this more interesting? Like, what is the most interesting part of this matchup?
The fact that Michigan and UConn have key players injured, but they're going to play in this game. So Yaxel Lindeborg got hurt on Saturday. He only played 14 minutes. Now, he came back into that game. They called it a leg sprain. He did come back in, but again, he only played 14 minutes. Solo Ball for UConn also has a foot sprain. He was on a walking boot after the game. He said he's giving it a go. So a starting 5 member of UConn, a starter for...
What's his name again?
What a name.
Which one?
Solo
Ball. He's actually a lot more of a team player than his name might say.
That is not a nickname you want. Old One Ball.
Try to guess what number he is.
2.
Yeah. No. But, I mean, Yaxel Lindeborg for Michigan, like, he could potentially be a lottery pick in the upcoming NBA draft. So both of those are big. The fact that, I mean, they could be guarding each other a decent amount of times. Now, Lindeborg does guard the opposing team's point guard a lot. So, I mean, that's big. Like, he's one of their key defenders. So that's something to watch. I do think Michigan wins this game. I think they're a better team. I kind of think that they've been the best team in college basketball all year long.
Wait a minute. Hold on. You're going to bet against Dan Hurley?
I am, yes. I think that Michigan has the better team.
Do you know what Dan Hurley's record in the NCAA tournament is?
It's really good.
It's 20-5. Do you know what his record over the last 4 tournaments is?
It's probably also really good.
18-1.
18-1 is really good.
His record in the Final Four, 5-0.
Yeah.
And his record in national championships, 2-0.
And Michigan,
pretty good.
Michigan on the flip side, 1-6 in the national championship all time.
Oh, yuck.
The odds are against it for sure. I think Elliott could do the point guard for Michigan. I think he's a difference maker in this game because like you look at the starting 5, they're pretty equal across the board. I don't know anybody on UConn's team that can guard him 1-on-1, and I think he's kind of the difference maker in this game. I think it's close. A lot of people don't think so. You look at the odds. Michigan's a pretty comfortable favorite. I do think it's close, but I think Michigan wins.
Yeah, I think for Michigan, I think each of their 5 games so far in the tournament, they've scored over 90 points.
Mm-hmm.
I think they said that's the first time for a team to do that.
That's the thing. Like, UConn can play really good defense. I don't know if they can play good enough defense to go score for score with a team like Michigan. Yeah. Maybe they can.
I mean, Duke seemed like in control of that game.
Yep.
When they played them until they weren't, right?
Yep.
And if
because Michigan can score,
and if UConn's going to win, it's going to have to look like that. It's probably going to be one of those games where Michigan looks like in control, and they can either keep staying in control, and to your point, Michigan is 6.5-point favorites.
I think it's going to be closer than that. I really do. Yeah. I think this might be a 1-possession game, but I do think Michigan.
Braxton, how many points? Yeah. What did you say? The point total? Wait, how many points has Michigan scored?
Oh, 90. They haven't scored under 90 yet in the tournament.
Wow.
Yet.
So the over-under total, 144.5.
Really? That low?
And it's a 6.5-point spread.
It needs to be for UConn to win this game.
Right.
I mean, here's a stat right here for you. So when Michigan has 63 possessions or fewer this year, so like when the other team controls the ball a lot more, they're 0-2 and they've only lost 3 games all year. I mean, that's the key is hold the ball, run the shot clock, keep the ball away from Michigan. If UConn can do that, they got a shot. I don't know if they're going to be able to do that for 40 minutes is the issue.
That's pretty wild, though. With this point total, 144.5, I'm doing some like rough math in my head, trying to do it quick, and the spread being at 6.5 in Michigan's favor. I think they're only saying that Michigan's going to score like 76 points, 77, something like that.
Yeah.
That's not right. They scored 77. They were, about
that's
75. 75 points.
70 is 140.
Yeah, so. 75 points.
I don't see them scoring that low, honestly.
Interesting. So, Braxton just said they had scored under 90 all tournament. And based on the numbers in the national championship game, this is on DraftKings. It's about 75 is the number they think they're going to score. Interesting. One to keep an eye on if you dabble.
I think I did see this too. If Dan Hurley wins this, that's his 3rd in 4 years, like Taylor said. And I think they said like the last person to do that was maybe.
So there's only 2 coaches that have done it. He would be the third. The other 2 coaches, John Wooden and Adolph Rupp. Pretty good names in college basketball. So Hurley will make some history if he can get it done tonight.
Not as good as old One Ball.
No. Well, I mean, One Ball's on his team, so I mean the combination of One Ball and Dan Hurley, pretty elite.
Is that your favorite player now?
That is my favorite player.
It is a really good name.
That'd be quite an unfortunate nickname if you were just given that for natural reasons.
It's our guy Solo, or as we call him, Old One Ball.
Old One Ball over here for 3. I don't know why I went to that 1930s announcer again. Yeah, I got One Ball here. Shooting
That does
J.
sound like a 1930s pitcher.
One Ball going for the perfect game. He throws 78 miles an hour.
He's the greatest athlete in the world.
Oh, Lord. All right. Well, we will excited. I'll have it on. Man, I gotta admit, heck, hand in the air. For whatever reason, this tournament just hadn't been hidden at the house. I've had it on. I can't draw anybody's attention from the family. Even I made everybody fill out a family bracket. Huck was tuned in when Illinois played. I couldn't get any of the girls to watch any games. And so life kept going for us at the Flynn household. So I never really watched any games. So not a lot of excitement, but I'll have it on. I'll have it on as some background fodder tonight. I'm going to cheer for UConn, though, as Michigan is the favorite, 6.5-point favorite, trying to win the Big Ten's first national championship since the year 2000, when Mateen Cleaves and company did it for Michigan State. That's one of the few historical college basketball teams that I remember because I was locked in that year. Mateen Cleaves. What a baller. Anyway, looking forward to it. Hopefully it's a good game. That's all we can hope for. Hopefully it's not a stinker like yesterday when UCLA took down Don Staley and company in South Carolina by nearly 30 points.
I tell you, I was
about to say, I'm glad.
We're sad you lose some sleep.
I had a pretty good grin in the truck driving, listening to the ending of that game.
Yeah, sorry.
And I don't care about who was left at the tournament because LSU was out, but I sure as hell did not want South Carolina to win.
Oh, no.
It's always fun when you can pull against a team. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it might be
Just
more
something to cheer
fun.
for or
right,
against.
right, because you're like, okay, my team's out. I can pull for anybody in the field but this squad.
Well, I think we all celebrated a little bit. And that's okay to do. What about you, Kane, the dog? What do you think? She's got nothing. We're going to go to break. Stick with us right here on Off the Bench.
Off the bench.
All right, I can feel it now. We got to be just weeks away. The little cool front yesterday hurt it, but I'm getting ready for cannonball season. Cannonball! Right into a new Russell Pool. RussellPools.com. Go check them out if you were thinking about a custom pool. If you've been having this, like, man, I really want a pool. I got these kids. I got kids. They're growing up. I don't want to wait any longer. I want to be that house that everybody congregates. Everybody wants to come to. Well, it's hard to do that without a pool. And the name you think of when you think of the best custom pools in Louisiana is Russell Pools. RussellPools.com. Go check them out. Chris Sanderson and the gang over there. They do everything incredibly well. They make the process easy. They got 2 landscape architects right on staff. So if you know what you want, you give them a call. They turnkey the entire project. There's no going to hire an architecture firm, then bring in plans to a pool company. No, they do everything right there. Take your dream to design to the build. They can do everything. They do everything fantastic. Go check them out. RussellPools.com.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last, because championships are built on commitment, not just on the floor or the court, but your home too.
Parrish Construction and Roofing. ParrishBuilt.com.
Hi, I'm Mitchell Meredith with Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates. We take great pride in educating our clients about their rights. Whether you're injured at work or while you drive, call our office at 272-5555. Knowledge is power, and you should know your rights after an injury.
Hi, I'm Sean Fagan of Locke Meredith Sean Fagan and Associates. When insurance companies have been unfair, we've never been afraid to go to trial. Fighting hard to protect your rights, we never settle a case out of convenience. We only settle when it's right for you. Whether you hire us at all, give us a call.
Everything you need for a stunning garden is at the Plant Barn in Baton Rouge. From trees and shrubs to plants and pottery, the Plant Barn has it all at great prices. Visit us today on Valley Street, right off Perkins Road in South Downs.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Huh. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana propane dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit louisianapropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassion.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. Monday morning, brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Hour number 2, 8:21. Hope you're having a fantastic morning. We got Mr. Will Helmers in the studio with us. Before we get to him, I want to tell you about our friends over at Ochsner. Ochsner.org. Go check them out. Ochsner's 24/7 symptom checker. Checker helps guide you to the right care. So you go to their website and answer a few questions about kind of how you're feeling. They're going to kind of guide you based on your symptoms where to go, whether it's primary care, urgent care, emergency care. It doesn't matter. So you go to their website. You go check it out. Click the button. Symptom checker. Type it in. They make it easy for you. You can do everything right there, whether it's a click of a button on the website, whether it is through the Ochsner Medical app. It doesn't matter. So whatever you need, sports injuries, health, heart care, orthopedics, women's, they got it covered. Ochsner, leading medicine, advanced technology, compassionate care, all under one roof. Ochsner, every patient, every day. If you got something happening, go check out that symptom checker right there, Ochsner.org. All right, let's get back into a little LSU baseball. It was that exciting. We talked about it all hour number 1. Wow. We're going to come back to it.
Yeah.
You know me, obvious baseball guy over here, sitting on this side of the table.
Of course.
Bonafide stitchhead. We got Will Helmers joining us from Louisiana Loaded. He is kind enough to come and join us every single week during the baseball season to talk baseball. And boy, do we got some stuff to talk about.
Lots to talk about.
How did you take in this game? It's Easter weekend, so there's family stuff happening. There's things happening.
Yeah, but LSU baseball.
Sure, you're chasing some Easter eggs.
Of course.
But LSU baseball's happening.
Reese's Easter egg.
The Reese's.
That's what I chase.
Okay. I like it. So, like the shape like a bunny or shaped like an egg?
No, egg. No.
It's the bunny's kind of a little overkill.
Bunny, yeah, overkill. I'll stick to the regular egg.
I think when
throw
you
them in the freezer.
Oh, a frozen Reese's. I don't know if I've had a frozen Reese's in a long time. I need to try it. We only have like 3,000 at our house right now.
Now is the time.
But I agree with you. The egg is a better chocolate to peanut butter ratio. I think when you die cut too many fancy shapes, you get a little too much chocolate in there in some spots.
They go around in the edges and stuff.
Yeah.
And try and get in the eyeballs.
You want a little bit more peanut butter to chocolate ratio. So I do agree with you. The egg is the GOAT over the bunny rabbit.
Absolutely.
But still a little nostalgic to have that bunny. Anyway, how do we take in the games?
I love it.
Yeah.
Man, it's just the cardiac cats,
I'm telling you.
which is awesome. That's how they're going to play, and it's exciting. It's exciting for them to win a game like that. It's exciting as a fan base.
Yeah.
It's a fun weekend. You go on the road and perform really well and win 2 out of 3, and now you're sitting at 500 in the SEC. You're right there with everybody else for the most part.
Yeah, you did what you had to do on the road. And we were talking about it right before we came on about how that park, like pitching in that park. So you take in, being a former pitcher, I'm sure you love the big hitting games, but like Saturday was just a well-pitched game.
Yeah. No,
back and forth.
Saturday's just an SEC baseball game. You look at it like that, and they pitched well, we pitched well. Like, it was just one of those games, and it happens. You're going to lose games in the SEC, and you look back even at Friday, like, pitched pretty good for the most part. Kaysen did great. You have some guys coming on the back end of him and throw great, again, and you find a way to win.
Right.
Like, they're just finding ways to win right now. And
What
it's
is
awesome.
so hard about that ballpark to pitch in?
The sandbox, you mean?
Yeah.
Cooperstown, Field of Dreams for 12-year-olds. I've given up my fair share of home runs there.
Oh, you're not bitter at all, are you?
Oh, not at all. I think the longest home run in that new park was given up by me. Actually.
Okay. Well, congratulations. Yeah. There was a record set
Real
by Kate Aaron Beatty
unfortunate.
yesterday,
Yeah.
and you have a record.
I have a record there.
Good for you.
Just 2 record breakers, man,
Mm-hmm.
in the Super Regional my freshman year. We're not going to talk much about
But how far exactly to the inch was it?
It was 747 feet. Sure felt like it. But, no, like, it is tough to pitch in that ballpark. But, it's also great to hit in that ballpark. You look at it both ways. If you're going to have a ballpark like that, you got to be able to lose like that in that kind of game, because they've won games like that. Tennessee's won games like that. But they're also going to have to lose games where they give up 7, just jacks.
Right.
And from 4 from one guy.
Yep.
That's just.
And you probably learn they probably learned how to play it. I mean, that was LSU's first time to win a series there since 2016.
Right.
So of course, home field advantage. You know how to play in your own park. You get it. Talk to me about LSU's lineup. Yeah. So, I mean, my God, like, it ended on such a bang yesterday. 10 runs in the 12th. You 10-run rule a team basically in the 12th inning. But like the bats don't seem to come alive before the 8th inning. I mean, I guess yesterday in the 7th they did, but like, it's just these. Is this just going to be the game where they're just going to be a streaky hitting team, or like, because we've seen now how dangerous they can be. We've seen what they can be. And there's enough proof of that throughout the season of, my God, there is like no weaknesses on this thing.
What is going on with
But then they go through these stretches where the competitive, it just doesn't seem like there's a lot of competitive at bats, some mistakes here and there. So what do you see from a team like? Do you see them getting more consistent?
I do. Yeah. And it's like you said, it's in those flashes, in those streaks that they're getting a little more consistent. And but by now you kind of look at it weekend to weekend. Like, now they're consistent winning and having these good streaks on the weekend, and you hope they keep that up throughout each weekend. But they may just be one of those teams. It's not like
we're just gonna ride. We're gonna ride on some emotions.
Yeah, it may be an energy team. Ride on emotions of, man, this guy's gonna hit. Oh, I might too. And just kind of one of those things. And it's not very fun. As a fan and watching, it's kind of like, why are they not hitting until the bottom of the 7th or the top of the 8th or whatever it is? And it's kind of like, man, this sucks. But
when you show us how good it can be, when you go through a little bit of lull,
we do this all the time.
Yeah, it's just easy for this team.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like, it's just baseball's hard. It's the classic answer, and nobody likes to hear it. Baseball's hard, and
it's a sport of failure.
It is,
right? And
you're failing all the time.
Yep.
And that's part of being, you get in these streaks, and guys, hit great for, the back half of, 4 innings in a 12-inning game. And, look, the biggest part about it's like, they won the game. Like, don't take, whatever. I don't care about the first 7 innings. Like, we're finding ways to win a game and win 2 series in a row.
Yep.
And so that's what it comes down to ultimately. And I know that's what Jay's telling these guys right now.
Right.
Like, you can kind of see the way Jay's coaching right now is kind of like a little different than he has in the past.
He's been a little bit more animated.
Super animated
Yeah.
and energetic, and that's how he is with this team. And I think, we talked about it last week. Like, that's what this team needs. They need a guy leading them like that. And so that, there's all this energy, and as soon as that energy gets kicked off by somebody, it's just a rapid-fire change.
Coaches are, especially good ones, are part-time psychologists, right?
Yeah,
like they have to understand what gets a team going, what like motivates their team. And Jay, who normally likes to be calm, cool, collective.
Yeah.
Well,
now 2 weekends in a row.
He's going from yelling at his own team to yesterday getting thrown out of the game in the 9th, which was awesome. It was a terrible call. Like the first 2 pitches of that at bat were great pitches, right? Like hard to swing at, but hard to not call a strike.
Yeah, but you can't
But
call
the third
something
one
in the 9th at somebody's
in a
ankles
big situation like
against
that.
a catcher too.
Yeah.
A guy who's
Yep.
one of those things.
So LSU had already kind of gotten the bats started before that happened.
Right.
But like, what does that do for your team when your coach gets tossed like that? Like when he's defending,
fires you up.
Does it?
I mean, yeah, especially in a game like that where the environment, like at Tennessee, like everybody's on you. As soon as Jay gets thrown out of the game, the stadium's erupting. Everybody hates you. They're cursing at you. Saying you shop at Baby Gap, all this kind of stuff. All these different things.
Shop at Baby Gap.
Oh, that was a classic Alex Milazzo chirp.
Oh,
they would give every time we'd show up there. Man, you shop at Baby Gap. It's tough. They're not even cursing at you. It's just right to your head.
It's creative,
but it really does like fire you up. There's a lot of energy, and an energy-based team is going to feed off of that. And so him getting thrown out, like, awesome.
Is everything calculated with him?
Very.
Do you think that? I mean, he came out real fast, right? So I got to
did.
think that wasn't calculated, but
No.
I feel like most of the times that he does something, he yells or argues or something. Like everything's very calculated.
There's been a few times. So I think he got thrown out twice when I was there. One of the times I know was on purpose because he came in the dugout, snuck back in. He's like, I did that for you guys. You better go win the game. In the SEC tournament against Florida, we lost, but it's one of those. He is very calculated. Now, yesterday, I don't think he was thinking. He was just doing, just acting. Like he was just rolling.
He knew the situation. Maybe it was like 5th inning, nobody on pace. Maybe.
Yeah, but that was a huge spot for them, and to have that kind of call against you is just no good. But most of the times he is pretty calculated with that stuff and does things for a certain reason. Like everything's for a reason with him.
Yep.
Yesterday, I think it was just emotion based. Just
when he gets thrown out of the game. Does he just have a walkie-talkie? Still makes all the calls from behind. I mean, do coaches, not Jay, do coaches in college baseball? No, he doesn't. You're right, guys. Don't answer that.
Yeah, they do.
I mean,
they're still making the calls for the most part.
They're back there. Maybe not Jay, but like other coaches.
Yeah. Other coaches would probably go onto the bus with their walkie-talkie, watch the game, and make decisions from their phone.
Sure.
Probably not Jay, though.
Okay, so baseball is a sport of failure.
Correct.
But failure wasn't really an option for Cade Arambidi yesterday.
Oh, my gosh.
4 home runs. That's the LSU record for home runs in a game, which LSU has a pretty good little history of baseball. He sets a record yesterday. What is it like as a pitcher when it's a big situation and a batter hits the ball and you turn to your outfielder who's supposed to catch it and he hadn't even walked, he hadn't even moved.
He's still looking at you.
He's still looking at you like, why'd you do that? Why are you doing this to me? That right fielder was over it yesterday.
Yeah. See, that bomb that I gave up at Tennessee was over that same fence.
Oh, no.
Right field fence.
Was it oppo or was it a pull? Was it a lefty or righty?
Pull.
Okay, that's a little bit.
No.
That's worse.
That's worse. Yeah. I mean, when they just kind of like, lean into it and throw the bat in a big super regional, not cool. But, just next pitch.
Yep, next pitch.
Yeah. As a pitcher, but for Arambidi, like, just seeing beach balls.
That's the thing. It's like
it's just one of those days.
Like
Guys have those days.
Every sport you hear of the athletes that get in the zone? What's the zone? Like, how do you explain being in the zone? And it's hard to explain.
Yeah, like a flow state.
Like in a flow state. And I felt that as a quarterback, and I felt the opposite of that as a quarterback. Pitchers, I'm sure, feel it, and they feel the out. Like,
some
and
days
hitters,
you got it, some days you don't.
And that's the thing. It's hard to put your finger on what that really means.
Yeah.
What it means to be in the zone. But certainly for fans, it is easy to notice it when that happens.
Yeah.
And good things usually happen. And my God, the way he swung the bat, saw the ball, and recognized the pitch, the location, what type of pitch, the speed. I mean, everything. It was truly remarkable to watch.
No, it really was.
And he got 5 for 7.
You look
7
back at all
RBIs.
of it. If you really look back at his at bats, you know, he's 5 for 6, single and 4 bombs, 7 RBIs. Like, that's just
incredible.
Absolutely incredible.
Incredible stuff.
You know, as a sophomore guy who's experienced some at bats now, that's and that's not going to happen every game. He's not going to hit a bomb every game. He's not going to all of a sudden turn into this amazing, whatever. That was his game, man. Like, one of those things. And, I hope it happens to him every game.
It's gonna happen a little bit more. Maybe not 4, but he's proven that he's been pretty consistent.
Yeah, he's been great at the plate.
So yeah, well, we celebrate. We hope that the Tigers continue to roll. They take two weekend series in a row now on the road again against a very, very good Ole Miss team. So
that'll be fun. And it's always fun to play in Oxford. Awesome stadium.
Yeah.
Awesome fans. Just a great environment. It'll be a great test for them against a really good team.
Very good. And so, what's going on with you, Louisiana Loaded? What's next? Where are we going in the state?
It's festival season now in Louisiana. Yeah. I'm almost sure that next weekend, the 10th through the 12th, is one of the biggest weekends in Louisiana festival-wise. Specifically in New Orleans.
Okay.
So you got the Scott Boudin Festival.
Okay.
That's over there in Lafayette all weekend. Hogs for the Cause in New Orleans. Huge barbecue festival. New thing, Hondo Rodeo in New Orleans.
Oh, yeah.
Then we also got Margarita Fest at Court to Table here in Baton Rouge. First time it's ever come into Louisiana.
Margarita Fest.
Hello. Fest. We got like 10 different margaritas, all at Court to Table, competing.
Holy
best
cow.
margarita. Yeah, dangerous.
Good for them.
Yeah. So huge weekend. There's a bunch more in North Louisiana.
Yep. Oh, yeah.
Lake Charles.
And so how many of these festivals are you going to try to hit?
I'm probably going to hit 4.
Ooh.
Yeah. From Friday to Sunday. I'll hit,
gas is expensive right now, too. You have to fill up multiple times.
I know.
You got this.
I got this.
You got
handle it. We'll hit the road trip from Lafayette all the way to New Orleans, and then make it happen.
Very good. Well, have fun. Have fun at the festivals.
Yeah.
Don't do anything we wouldn't do. But y'all go check it out, Louisiana Loaded. Go check out Will Hummers and all his adventures throughout the state of Louisiana. Indeed. And go Tigers, man. We appreciate the time. Thanks for coming on.
Thank you guys for having me.
Yeah, we'll see you next week. All right, we're going to go to break. We will be right back right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to centralplumbing.org. If you are looking for the best plumber, the best plumbing company in Louisiana, go check it out in the greater Baton Rouge area. And we're talking commercial plumbing. We're talking residential plumbing. And I can tell you from experience, they have done both things exceptionally well for me personally. Whether it's at my house, whether we have something happening, a toilet running, I just can't get it fixed, or at my factory commercially. And they've run gas lines, water lines, completely outfit an entire food and beverage factory for me personally. So I can tell you from experience, they are the best in the business when it comes to customer service, when it comes to their expertise, their experience, their craftsmanship, being on time and prompt with doing exactly what they're going to say at Central Plumbing. So give them a call. They're a 3rd generation company. Right now, they're also looking for more licensed plumbers. So if you are looking for really good work with a solid company, customer service reps as well. So all the benefits, go check them out right there, centralplumbing.org.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
At Sunshine, your hometown John Deere dealer, we know hard work starts with the right equipment. Right now, take advantage of the powerful 3025E tractor with loader for just $297 a month, with 0% financing for 72 months. Whether you're tackling land, property, or projects, this is the tractor built to get it done. Don't wait. This offer ends April 30th, 2026. Visit sunequip.com or stop by a Sunshine location today.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Canes Box Combo, a symphony.
West Virginia, Blue Ridge Mountains, Shenandoah River. Life is old there, older than the trees.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back. Off the Bench. I thank Will Helmers joining us last segment, like he's going to be doing every single Monday during the baseball season. Look, we had an incredible weekend for baseball, of course, but another LSU sport had an incredible weekend as well, as LSU gymnastics team takes home the Baton Rouge Regional. They win it. They win it all. They had their qualifying, their first round of gymnastics on Thursday, and then again on Saturday, and they win the Baton Rouge Regional in advance. I think the fourth year in a row. Jay Clark and his team has advanced to the Elite Eight. The Nationals begin. They will begin April 16th from Fort Worth. So LSU gymnastics, and what a weekend it was. On Thursday, Kaylin Chio had 2 perfect 10s. And, this is starting to become pretty custom. This is a weekly thing. We talk about Kaylin Chio and all the great things. And, it's kind of unfortunate for the rest of the team because the rest of the team are a bunch of badasses. They are really good. And what she is doing is overshadowing kind of everything, which we don't want to do, of course. And certainly when Jay Clark comes on this show, he doesn't want to do. But you do have to give out flowers when they are due. Then she comes Saturday and another perfect 10. And is it too bold to say that as a sophomore, Kaylin Chio is already a top 5 LSU athlete of all time?
She can get a natty, yeah.
If she can get a natty.
Yep.
She holds the record for perfect 10s in a season in college, NCAA history.
I think I mentioned it a couple weeks ago.
As a sophomore.
She has 30% of the 10s given out across gymnastics in the SEC this year. I mean, by herself.
Yeah.
And, like, this is a squad that, remember, a few years ago, everybody talked about, is Haley Bryant the greatest gymnast in LSU history? Kaylin Chio comes in a year later and just blowing that out of the water.
I believe she has, I can't.
She had 3 10s this weekekend.
Yeah, she either has 12 or 13 perfect 10s this year. I can't remember the number. I can't remember if she got to 12 on Thursday or she got to 12 on Saturday. But she had 2 on Thursday and 1 on Saturday. Bryant had 10, I believe, last year. I think she was the former record holder. Well, she's blown that out of the water. So to make the claim that Kaylin Chio is a top 5 LSU athlete of all time as a sophomore is not like as bold as you might think. And this is a live picture of her right here. Look at that.
It looks just like her.
The absolute GOAT. Already has solidified herself as the greatest LSU gymnast of all time as a sophomore. And a year where she just continues to be perfect. I mean, hell, there was one meet where she got a 10 every time she touched the floor.
Yep, because she only did 3 events.
She only did 3 events, and she got 3 10s. She's really got to work on her bars, though. Yeah, you know.
Y'all saw what happened to Connor McClain?
Yeah, that's a big blow, man. Connor McClain on the bars. She fell. She didn't finish her routine. She got scratched. Yeah. Looked like a knee. Nobody really knows
it was her
yet,
knee, but she was grabbing her what, elbow?
I thought they reported knee.
Yeah.
But something did not go right with Connor McClain. So that's tough because she's one of the best gymnasts they have.
Mm-hmm. Well, that's a shame. But LSU gymnastics advances to the Elite Eight, and they do set a record on Thursday night. The first gym meet that they had in the regionals. They scored a 198.375, which is the highest score LSU has ever scored in a regional. So, look, they are a really good team. Now, I get it. Oklahoma, there are some other really good gymnastics teams out there that have the potential to beat LSU, but that's why it's all going to come down to it. Kaylin Chio has just absolutely played fantastic.
Yeah, so it was her shoulder or elbow and shoulder are structurally intact. However, Jay said they won't have official diagnosis until further testing. So they should hear something in the next few days.
Gotcha. Well, we're wishing her a it is April 6th. The Elite Eight NCAA tournament does get started on April 16th, so you do have 8 days. So I guess depending on what it is, we will hold our breath and hope the best for her. But also do need to mention that on Saturday, while Chio did get a 10 on vault again, sophomore Kalia Lincoln also scored a perfect 10 on the floor as well. So just great performances all around from top to bottom on that team, certainly led by the greatest of all time. And jump in the chat. Let me know what you think about saying that is Kaylin Chio a top 5 LSU athlete of all time. All right, there we go. We will be cheering for them. We will be hoping that they can make a run and bring us home another national championship. All right, we're going to go to break. We're going to come back here and close out hour number 2 right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, if you are looking to repair a roof, maybe you got a roof leak, some roof damage, maybe you're looking to bring on a brand new roof. It's just got maybe a little bit older home. It's been a long time. Roof is starting to show some wear and tear. You got to get a new one. Or maybe you're building a house, a brand new house. Maybe you're extending on. Maybe you got a little renovation happening. Well, go to the best roofing company in Louisiana. That is Pelican Roof, pelicanroof.com. Offices in Lafayette, offices in Baton Rouge. And they are a local company that gives back to the community. We talked to you about the Rufus Runs thing that they do. We talked to you about all the things, ways that they help Louisiana because they care about your community. They care about our community. And they got offices in Lafayette and Baton Rouge, like I said. And if you have a project, they're going to dedicate a project manager to your job and only your job. So he's not going to be jumping around from project to project. He's going to focus completely on your house until that job is done. And that job is done right. It's done the Pelican way. So go check them out, pelicanroof.com. They can also help you starting with finance options as well. We know it's a big decision financially. It's a big one. So they can help you with those financing options as well. Go check them out, pelicanroof.com.
At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
To everybody that be living it up, we say. Come on, baby, this is your typical everyday one night thing.
Presented by Bayou Automotive.
Calling your name, go jump on in the range and roll over. I just really wanted to hold you in time, get to know you. That's a good chick.
Braxton, this is what happens when you ask me to pick the song.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
He's
nice.
going to pick this every time.
Just pretty much
Pretty
every
much.
time. Welcome back here as we close out hour number 2 on Off the Bench on a Monday morning, brought to you by Bayou Automotive. As we close out hour number 2, I just want to reflect a little bit about this past weekend. Once again, historical weekend for LSU athletics. Again, Kalen Chio scores 3 perfect 10s as LSU gymnastics advances to the Natty. Curiel hits a go-ahead grand slam on Friday. Kate Arambidi hits 4 home runs, including a grand slam in the 12th for LSU baseball. And LSU softball history was made a little bit. Kylie Edwards hits the first cycle in LSU softball program history. Now, did they win? Did they lose? Taylor, you got the info on LSU softball this past weekend.
Yeah, so they win Thursday, Friday. It was a Thursday, Friday, Saturday series. They lose on Saturday, and they lose 1-0. Like, the bats are going to play a big role in this series. They give up 6 runs in 3 games. I mean,
right. They lost 1-0.
Right. Like, for Thursday, they win it in 6 innings, 9-1. So they got the 8-run rule. Friday, 16-4. Saturday, 1-0. And you've kind of seen that a few times this year. Like, the bats will look really hot. Right. The bats don't look so hot. Like, even their lone win last weekend against Saturday, it was 3-1. So the pitching's been there. It's just the bats have been inconsistent. Like, the weekend before that, you beat South Carolina 5-1. You beat them 2-1. The bats have been there. I mean, the pitching's been there. You just got to get the bats to come around.
Yeah, and certainly we're going to miss our other part of the tripod and the foxhole laundry here on some of this softball talk after this weekend. But like, I'm looking at it. So the first game, 9-1 LSU. Second game, 16-4 LSU. And then Missouri takes the last one 1-0. So if you're keeping count, LSU total score outscored Missouri this weekend 25-6 total. So, and I know the pitching rotation is different in softball, but it seems like with all the points, all the runs scored in the first 2 games, usually the third game's a little bit higher scoring because you're on your third arm. But like, how does the rotation go? Is they usually say, like, kind of like in baseball, you got your Friday night guy, like you got your best guy that goes first?
Yeah, I mean, Jaden Heavner's going to go first. She's going to be game 1. It's normally been CC Solura game 3. Sometimes it's been Heavner game 3 also. So, like, she'll go, because it's different than baseball. You can go multiple times in the same weekend. So, I mean, it really just depends. Like, it was, like, Heavner threw 2 innings yesterday in relief. Peyton Monticelli got the start. She goes 4 innings. Heavner came in 2 innings in relief. So they're kind of piecing together game 3. But 1 and 2, it's Heavner and Solura, and they've actually done a really good job.
Yep. Well, congrats to the LSU women on their softball series victory versus Missouri. And congratulations specifically to Kylie Edwards with the first cycle in program history. But again, what a weekend for LSU sports. Again, his history being made with LSU gymnastics scoring its highest score ever in a regional. Go-ahead grand slams. Aaron Beatty sets the record for home runs in a game for LSU baseball. So go Tigers, go. All right, stick with us for hour number 3. We come back right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right, our Monday show, of course, is brought to you by Bayou Ford. I want to tell you about Bayou Automotive. BayouAutomotive.com. You got 2 links there. You got your Bayou Ford, which I'm a Ford guy, so that's kind of where I like gravitate to. But they got a car for everything. And you got your link for Chrysler, Jeep, Dodge, Ram. So whatever you're in the mood for, whatever your style is, they have got you covered. And at any price point too. We're talking about new vehicles. We're talking used vehicles. Jake's driving around that Black Widow that he can't shut up about because he's finally cool with his kids. But if you are looking, easy is the word that you think of when you think of Bayou Automotive, because they make the entire process easy. Like, it shouldn't, like, buying a car shouldn't be this easy. You should have to work for it a little bit. Well, you go there, you go to their website, you start a conversation with them. You're like, all right, this is what I need. This is the car I want. Okay, bing, bang, boom. This is what you got. We can deliver it to you. Fill out this paperwork, do all that. So they make it easy. They'll drive it to you. 9 full-time drivers right there on staff. Buy a car from the comfort of your home or go to their amazing lot and talk to the people there. So go check them out, BayouAutomotive.com.
Championships are won with preparation, and so are great roofs.
Coach is tough on us about preparation, and Paris brings that same championship mindset.
Do business with someone you know. Paris Construction and Roofing.
ParisRoof.com. At Bayou Automotive, we believe in a sales process that puts you first. We want you to experience an easy purchase with clear pricing and great service. Let Bayou Ford and Bayou Chrysler Dodge Jeep Ram be your trusted partners in finding your perfect vehicle. The crew at Bayou Automotive is going to do right by you.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana propane dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
Supreme Jasmine is premium American-grown rice. From local farms to your table, every grain is supreme. Pick up a bag of Jasmine or any other of our Supreme American rice.
Off the bench with Jacob Hester and Matt Flynn.
Hands to Hester, and Hester, yep, got it, 5 out of 5.
From carrying each other to a natty to carrying each other on the air.
Flynn is back to throw for the end zone. Goal!
Live from the Raising Cane studio, it's Off the Bench.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 3 off the bench. It's kind of flown by a little bit today.
You know what they say, time flies when you're having fun, Matt.
I mean, how can you not have fun when you're talking about LSU athletics setting records? Multiple sports. Again, Jake is gone today. Hester is out for the day. I believe he will be joining us in studio the rest of the week. He's taking some much-needed R&R. Guy's a hard worker. Look, he got on to us a little bit. We gave him a hard time last week when he was out.
How about his new schedule?
About his new schedule, about him being a little less gritty than he used to be. Identifying as RB1 instead of FB1. But we gave him the fullback one title back by the end of last week. But he is out, getting a little R&R, doing a little vacation, spending it with the family. So hopefully he's able to turn his brain off a little bit. Kind of a hard worker. Talks a lot of sports here and there. You know, only 3 hours in the morning, 3 hours in the afternoon. Same schedule, by the way, as is college. Just a little bit more tired talking about NFL.
It's a different workload, Matt. Same
It's
schedule,
a different workload.
Same schedule.
A lot of heavy
different
lifting
workload.
he's doing over there. Before we get into some weekend winners and losers, I want to make sure and remind everybody that if you need to get some groceries, go to the best grocery store in Louisiana and the Gulf South as well, Rouses.com. Go to their website, whether it's on your handheld, whether it's on your computer, whatever it is. Go to their website when you are about to go grocery shopping. A little prep before the shop, and go to their website. Go type in your zip code, and it's going to give you a list of all your local Rouses markets closest to your house, and it's also going to give you the deals that they're running. Like, here's the discount on this cut of meat. Here's the discount on these chips. Here's the discount here and there. They're going to show you all those places that you can save. So maybe you could go buy some stuff, save some money for your local Rouses. And every Rouse is a little bit different. That's why you got to go to the website, type in your zip code, because the deals in Baton Rouge might be a little different than the deals in Lafayette or New Orleans or Mobile, Alabama. Doesn't matter where it is. So go check them out. Grocery shop with the local company that is started here in Louisiana, cares about Louisiana, and is the best at what they do. Incredible stores, incredible people, incredible products. Go check them out. Rouses.com. All right, it was an exciting weekend, full of a lot of highlights, and we've talked about all the LSU highlights, certainly. But let's kind of go around the room. Let's go around the country for little weekend winners and losers.
That's how winning is done.
That's right! We can't have anyone freak out there, okay? We've got to keep our composure. We've got too far.
I'm by winning. I win here and I win there. Now what?
Are you doing what it takes to win a championship?
Wow, winning.
Well, then I guess there's only one thing left to do.
What's that?
Win the whole thing.
All right, here we go. Let's get started in baseball, and not college baseball. Let's go to the MLB. I don't know if I've ever seen anything like this. The Los Angeles Angels were playing. Their right fielder, Joe Adell, he completely should be arrested. Why? Because he robbed the Seattle Mariners not once, not twice, but 3 home runs. Joe Adell had bona fide home run saving catches. Not like they jump and they catch it below the fence and their glove goes over. No, we're talking balls that would clearly be out, including this one we're watching right here, the third one, where he absolutely goes into the stands and makes one of the greatest catches you're going to see on the baseball diamond. And yeah, celebrate it, Joe, because you're an off-the-bench weekend winner here on a Monday because you saved the game not once, not twice, but 3 saved home runs, which, will you get one of them? It's a highlight reel for you. Like, you want that opportunity. And here's one of the greatest still shots you're ever going to see in baseball. Someone took it off their cell phone while it happened, had the composure to sit there and snap this shot of Joe Adell holding the ball up while standing in the stands. And you got his teammates with their arms up. Of course, hugs, I'm sure, from his teammates and the pitcher, certainly. I mean, that pitcher's stats look a hell of a lot better this morning than they would have. But the Angels go on to win the game, beat the Mariners because of 3 saved home runs. Incredible. Joe Adell. You didn't think you'd hear your name here on Baton Rouge Mid-Market Morning Sports Radio, but you did. That's what happens when you make 3 incredible plays. So congrats to him. That was fun to watch.
I told you I had seen the first 2, had it on in the background, didn't see the third. It looks like his glove is actually in foul territory when he catches this ball. So there's his glove right there.
Uh-huh.
So, I mean, he lays out for it.
Like, so it's just turning around the foul ball.
Yeah, that's an incredible.
It's a fair ball.
Yeah, that's an incredible catch.
It's an unbelievable. I mean, he benefited from the short fence on that far side of the right.
Look at the batter. It's the best part. He's like,
yeah, are you kidding me? Cal Raleigh's in the background, like, yeah. So I don't know. You give him some sort of award. I know it's only April 6th today, but you got to give him something.
What they used to give on college football, the good hands play of the day.
The good hands play of the day.
Give him the good hands. Give him the good hands.
Buddy. Even better, he's on our weekend winners and losers. Good for you. We'll send him. Can you clip it and send it to him?
Yeah. I got his email already.
Okay. Thank you.
All right, so we're gonna change the sport a little bit in the NBA. So Cooper Flagg has a Rookie of the Year statement weekend. I would say not game weekend. He put up 96 points in a 2-game span. Mind you, he is 19 years old doing this, and he is the first teenager to put up at least 50 points. And let's see, it says the first rookie to score at least 45 points in consecutive games was Wilt Chamberlain. That was the last time that was ever done.
We're not even sure if he did it.
Hey, I mean, I honestly believe the 100-point game now, ever since Bam Adebayo got the 83.
I mean, he held up a piece of paper that said 100.
Well, no. But for
did.
Bam to get 83, I still think Wilt easily got the 100 just because he was a foot taller than everybody. And there was no goaltending back then, so he stole people's shots.
There's no radio call or video call or anything of it. But I'll tell you what, I've seen that piece of paper, so I'm with you.
Absolutely.
I'm with you on that. A fun fact about Cooper Flagg.
Yeah.
really good at basketball, if anybody didn't know.
Yeah, unbelievable, by the way, like what he's doing at 19 years old. And I say unbelievable from the sports card market, too. His market is stupid insane. Like, if you pull up, I've seen some cards pulled of his. I was watching a card break, and I almost had the Mavericks myself. Almost got the Mavericks. I was like, should I decided to stay out. And they hit a card. It was a Topps Chrome autographed 1 of 2 printed card. It was a 6-figure card. And I'm not even upset about it. I'm not hurt. You're hurt. Still don't think about it.
Sounds like you're over it.
Yeah, I'm definitely over it. It was a monster. So people were like, I know he's really good, and his card market certainly shows it because, of course, he's on his rookie cards right now. Ugh. I'm just gonna be over here sulking. You go, Taylor.
Yeah. So weekend winner for me. We talked about it a little bit earlier. The UCLA Bruins women's basketball team. I mean, you get a 28-point win over the dominant South Carolina Gamecocks. Corey Close, their head coach, she's been there 15 years. This is her first national championship. And if you followed the women's NCAA tournament for a number of years, you'll know that UCLA's been really, really close for a while now. I mean, they seem like they were just nipping at everybody's heels, and they finally got over that hump yesterday against South Carolina. It was great to see. She was emotional, obviously. Great job, UCLA women's basketball.
Yeah, and I saw Don Staley talking about it after the game, and she gave them a lot of props. She says, "No, I'm not upset about this because it was a program that does things the right way, and with a coach that handles business the right way." Taylor, I just sent you a video. I'd like for you to pull that up when you get a chance. I know it's going to take you a second. This is going to be a weekend loser. And it was a clip that was making its rounds on social media this weekend. And it really just made me laugh a whole lot. Look, I was a Rangers fan in the 90s, so there's a point in time where I was a Jose Canseco fan. And, of course, Jose Canseco is known for, maybe some performance-enhancing situations. But he's certainly known for big biceps, the long ball. But he's also very well known for a ball hitting off his head and then going over the fence for a home run. Well, Jose Canseco, your watch has ended. There is somebody new. In a baseball game this past weekend, Highland University, because that's a thing, versus Butler, who I've actually heard of. We're playing baseball. And Butler hits a routine pop fly to center field. Center fielder gets under the ball just like he's taught. Just like he's worked 100 times. Doink! Right off the forehead. Ball bounces about 20, 25 feet behind him. So this wasn't like a Jose Canseco warning track situation where he jumps up, hits off his head, it bounces a couple of feet. Nope. This is dead center field. Ball bounces so hard off the kid's forehead, it bounces, I'm saying no less than 20 feet backwards.
Yeah, there's no coming back after
It goes out of frame. Watch this.
Here we go.
It goes out of frame.
Like an absolute iron head here. Doink. Oh.
Can you emotionally stay in the game at that point?
Physically, I don't know how he did it.
I'm just talking emotionally.
Yeah.
Like, can you stay in the game? Or are you like, Coach, like, pull me out?
I hit him so hard. We were talking about the moon last week and how you said that the meteors are hitting the moon so hard from the backside, it's cratering the front side.
Mm-hmm. It's got to be the answer.
This has got he hit him in the forehead. There might be a crater on the back of his head. It hit so hard. And I don't think I've ever seen a ball bounce like that off of a head. Like Jose Canseco's was decent, but it was like a little kaplunk, like a little plink and a little whoop, just barely over the fence. This one might have cleared the fence. Well, we don't really know because it went out of the...
So if you watch the batter, look, after it clinks off the head, watch the batter. He's like, no, that went over. Look, he does the...
Oh, yeah, I got it, guys. Off his head, just like I drew it up. He's like, hold on, can I go back, get my bat off the ground and flip it?
Well, what went higher, the ball ricochet or Seth Dardar's bat flip last week?
That's a really good question.
I mean, that's it's close.
Yep.
The ball went over the fence, it looks like, so I'm going to say maybe the ball.
And that was a 2-out, too. Third in. You know, I don't know. Probably significant in the game. Who knows who that center fielder was or who won the game.
Makes it 3-1.
But, like, it's just a fun play. So, weekend loser, that's center fielder. But good for you for having a really hard head. Thick skull. Anybody else got anything?
I guess speaking of hard hits, have y'all heard any update on Cerna? How's he doing after the kind of collision he had yesterday?
Yeah, I haven't heard anything.
No, nothing. You think it's like concussion? Probably. I mean, it looked like he passed out at least immediately after the hit. Hope everything's okay for him though.
He's gonna be fine. Tough kid.
Yeah, I'm good, Matt.
Real gritty. Say that again.
I said I'm good.
All right, I got one more. Weekend winner, Connor Griffin. He signs a 9-year, $140 million deal with the Pirates before making his Major League Baseball debut. I don't know, this might have happened right before the weekend, but still, it was new to me this weekend. Holy cow. And the guy, 19 years old, absolutely looks the part as well. A guy that for the Pirates, not only did they get a difference maker to last year with Paul Skeens, but they certainly got what seems to be a difference maker for a long time in Mr. Connor Griffin.
Yeah, I mean, look at that play right there. Like, you got good fielding now with pitching.
Yep.
Matt, I'll tell you what, they get their hitting down. That's all three faces right there.
What?
I know. I mean, look, it's a diving catch. If somebody lets the Pirates know that you should be good in all three,
right,
they might get it down.
Yep.
Might sneak up on some folks.
A kid that seems like a really good kid, good human being, signs a long-term deal with them at 19 and just goes and first at bat, I think gets a double, hits a double, makes plays like that, playing shortstop. Weekend winner for him as well.
Some say they could win double-digit games this year.
Shut up.
It's a rumor.
Do you think Skeens can finally win close to the amount that he loses?
Yeah.
I mean,
maybe 500 record.
Terrible record. That guy.
Is he even that good?
Is he? People are talking.
I mean,
people are talking.
You know what they say? You are what your record says you are, Matt.
And certainly we could have gone down the list and re-talked about all of the LSU sports and all the records that were broken this past weekend in LSU athletics, but we've kind of talked about that a lot. So we gave a moment or two for some other people to shine here, and especially that guy from Highland University. We gave his forehead a little time to shine. So there you have it, a little weekend winners and losers. All right, we're going to come back. We have a little Saints talk. Ross Jackson might be talking about something that might hear every day, talk in the morning, talk about, which is maybe trading back, the potential there, how that might work. We got some LSU spring news for you as well, so stay tuned right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
All right. If you've been injured on the job, going to work, just a normal, whether it's a small injury, large injury, maybe if you've been injured in a car accident, complete accident, whatever it is, you know what? Go get the help that you need. Go get the help that you deserve. Call Gordon McKernan Injury Attorneys. Call them and let them fight for you. Let them get you exactly what you deserve. So just know that you are not alone. If it happens, give them a call. Well, no matter where it is in Louisiana, no matter your area code, it's 888-8888, or go to getgordon.com. Like we've seen, and we know Gordon McKernan's name. We've seen him. We hear him on this show. He's good enough to get Will Hummers there every single week on a Monday. And he's good enough to all over. We got the G team, all the work that he does in the NIL game for LSU, all the good stuff that he does throughout the state in the community with the Gordon Gives and the bikes and the laptops. Like there's so many things that Gordon does in the community, but at the heart of everything, they are here to fight for every single Louisianan if you have been injured. So they're the experts. Like there's no decision to make. If you get hurt, give them a call and just talk to them about what happened. Let them talk to you and get exactly what you deserve. 888-8888, getgordon.com.
Transform your living space with Lacoste & Young Remodeling and take your home from outdated to outstanding. Redefine your kitchen for the ultimate culinary experience, or elevate your daily routine with a spa-worthy bathroom retreat. Our skilled team brings 3D modeling to life to ensure your vision becomes a reality. We believe luxury should be accessible and offer tailored solutions to fit your budget without compromising quality. So contact us today for a free estimate. Lacoste & Young Remodeling, providing perfect solutions for your dream home.
Sometimes you ignore the signs, even when they're right in front of you. Problem gambling isn't always easy to spot. Know the signs, set your limit. Learn more about healthy gambling habits by visiting us online or text or call for free, confidential help now.
Hi, this is Beth Serena. Welcome to my pool. The first time I saw this beautiful pool, it exceeded every expectation that I had. They were able to get everything we wanted in this pool. It is a beautiful pool. We live out here, we eat out here, we watch TV out here. This is like our living room outside. We love this pool and everything about it. When we decided to build our pool, we called a great friend who is one of the best pool builders in the country in North Louisiana, and we said, who would you choose to build a pool in Baton Rouge? And without a hesitation, he told us Russell Pools. He said their history, tradition of great builds, great pools was unmatched. So of course, who did we call? Russell Pools. The advice I would give to anyone looking to build a pool is first call Russell Pools. They'll do an incredible job. It'll be incredibly organized. It'll be time efficient, and you will have your pool in no time.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
She's on fire, she's so hot. I'm no liar, she burned up the spot. Look like Mariah, I took another shot. Hold her, drop it like it's hot. Dirty talk, dirty dance. She a freaky girl, and I'm a freaky man.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. Hour number 3. Flynn, Braxton, Tay holding it down for you. And a new makeshift little tripod here. Alondra's out. Jake is out. And Jake will be back in tomorrow. I think Alondra a little bit later in the week will be back with us. Before we get into this segment, we're getting into a little LSU spring ball news. But before we do, I'll tell you about our friends over at palagroup.com. If you are in the industrial world, if you are a good tradesman, if you are looking for a little work out there, well, make sure it's with a company that is absolutely blowing up, that is expanded with major capital projects all over the Midwest, all over the Gulf Coast, and who is hiring as they grow. Only the best. Hiring experienced operators, welders, pipe fitters, iron workers, project managers, estimators, planners, QC professionals, and more. So if you're looking for steady work on large industrial projects and a company that promotes from within, now is the time to go to palagroup.com. Pala is employee-owned, offers competitive pay and real opportunity for long-term growth. So visit palagroup.com, click the careers tab, and check out all the current openings right there. on their website. So company that's employee-owned, relationship-driven. Build your future with Pala, palagroup.com. All right, LSU is deep in the midst of spring ball. I know there's a lot of position battles-ish happening right now. I think about spring ball and kind of my time in it and my thoughts, and I've kind of told y'all these thoughts already. Like I don't really put a lot of stock into anything that happens in spring ball. Now, certainly this year is a little bit different, or a lot different, because of the Lane effect. So there's a lot more intrigue with with what's happening at practice because of Lane Kiffin. I mean, that is, for me, the only reason why there is intrigue, because he is such a polarizing figure in college football, or college athletics in general. You just want to see how he operates with LSU gear on, with a shirt that says LSU on it. How's his practices going to be run? What are they like? What's his coaching style like? How much access is the media going to have? Like, what are the reps here and there? Like, what is the differences between how he operates and how Brian Kelly operated? So, there's certainly been limited media access. We don't have the opportunity, Jake and I, to go out there too much because they practice in the morning. But certainly a lot happening. And look, there's a lot of position battles happening. Certainly backup quarterback, or what we think is going to be backup quarterback. You got right tackle. You got all these different positions all over the field that you just don't know how it's going to play out once you get to that first game of the season. Spring training is not going to solve that. You aren't going to have a resolution or a super clear, concise, clear-cut resolution to anything after spring. Spring training is really the qualification rounds. Like, you're trying to figure out your pole position going into the summer, your pole position at each competition going into training camp. And that's all that it really is. Like, all right, coach, this is based on what you did in spring, or based on what I'm doing in spring, I've earned that first rep in training camp. I've earned that. I haven't earned the starting spot, because nobody should be given a starting spot or, named a backup during spring practice, because especially kids at this time, these kids are going to do a lot of growing, a lot of maturing over. We all know kids that age, like how fast things can happen from a maturation standpoint in just a couple of months, especially when they're learning a new coach, they're learning a new system, they're being taught things differently than they have been taught before. And some people are going to really resonate and connect with the offense that Lane Kiffin wants to run. They're going to really resonate with how he teaches, because we've all, you remember school, remember being in grade school, college, whatever it is. There's some professors or some teachers that you learn more from just because you spoke the same language. You resonated with the way they laid things out that hit you a little bit better than the way somebody else. Some people learn visually, some people learn audibly. Like, there's different ways to learn. So there's kids out there that might really benefit from the way Lane teaches as opposed to the way the previous coaching staff taught. So you just don't know how fast people are going to make those strides. So to me, you come out of spring, especially Lane not really knowing anybody except the kids that he brought from Ole Miss. He's still getting to know these kids. So as they fight for the pole position going into summer in the training camp, all you're doing is learning. All you're doing is teaching. And as a player, you are trying to soak up as much knowledge as you can. And you've only been with the system, with this coaching staff, and I guess specifically, we're more so talking about the offensive side of the ball because of the continuity that is on the defensive coaching staff. Like, of course, those guys have been with Blake Baker. Now, certainly there's going to be different ways. There's going to be different responsibilities. Like, the things that Blake Baker did last year on the field and off the field might be a little bit different this year. We don't really know. We're all learning these things together. So just be hesitant when you are looking at some of these position battles and be like, well, let's take quarterback, for example. Landon Clark looks to be playing really good, right? It looks to be ahead of Husan, which I don't know who expected it, didn't expect that, whatever. It's spring ball, and they are out there practicing and learning all together. So what does that mean? Does that mean Landon Clark's going to be named the starting quarterback, the backup quarterback? No, it's not. It just means that based on everything that he did in spring, going into summer and training camp, he might have the second pole position instead of the third. Like he might be taking the second rep in routes on air, the second rep when we go to 7-on-7, the second rep when they go to team, as opposed to the third rep. But you go into the second day, and it might be flipped. You might have Hassan going second every single time. So positions are not going to be won and lost, but certainly the qualification rounds are going to be set. And, you know, I go back to kind of what I said. It's some of these kids are going to learn better and resonate with the message that's being taught to them from the new staff, and some might not. There's some guys that just can't grasp what we're trying to do. Their style of play that they might think can adapt to anything can adapt to the speed of which they want to perform the offense. So, and those things are going to kind of present themselves in the spring, but you're not really going to know until you give these guys at least 4, 5, 6, 7 months of learning a brand new system with a brand new offense, a brand new snap count, doing things differently. And I can relate to it because I had to learn a lot of different offenses in my football career. I played 8 teams in the NFL, and I had to go from team to team and learn new offenses. And it was hard because you don't learn any new offense fluently. Like when you speak a fluent language, you just speak and you don't think about what it means, what the words actually mean. But when you're trying to learn a new language, what you're doing is like, okay, I'm learning this new language, and hola means hello, right? But you got to play that game in your mind. Okay, that word means hello. And like I correlate it to what the current language I speak is. Right now, okay, they might be saying one thing. Lane Kiffin's new offense, he might say zig. Well, the old offense, it might have been called zag. And in their heads, they got to be like, okay, zig means zag. And so they're translating all the new stuff this spring into the old offense or old terminology that they're used to. Now, you give them a couple months, they start speaking it a little bit more fluently. And then eventually, they don't think about that old offense. They don't think about translating, okay, this word meant this in my old offense. They stop doing that. It's this new word, means what it is. I don't even think about it. I just react to it. So that's when the truly ones that are going to adapt and be your starter and the ones that you're going to rely on throughout the season and the big times, those are the ones that are going to get there, that can start speaking fluently and it speaks to them, and they can really let their talents kind of show out. But it's not going to happen for everybody. So again, spring training, not about naming a starter. It's about that pole position going into the summer and to training camp. So there was an article written that we're going to get to next segment, Taylor, kind of the 5 things to watch. This is from USA Today. I know you were intrigued by this. 5 things to watch. We'll get into that for LSU spring practice when we come back right here off the bench.
Off the bench.
At Raising Cane's, we hand batter every chicken finger, mix every cane sauce, butter every Texas toast, stir every slaw, and salt every fry. Because when you do it right, you can taste it in every bite. Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at decisioncriticalbr.com and give us a call today to get started.
When you can't rely on technology, you can rely on Mountain Cold Refreshment. Dave's back on. Coors Light. Choose chill.
If your office is experiencing
performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files? Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
Who bears the standard? Who sets the bar? It's not those satisfied by low-hanging fruit or by taking it easy. No, the standard is set by the best of us, by those who work hard. Dig deeper. Give more. At Sunshine, we're proud to provide John Deere products that work hard for you, the standard bearers. Find the dealer nearest you at sunequip.com.
Man, age is just a number. Don't let it dictate how you feel. Goodwood Men's Sexual Wellness has anti-aging services that can help you look and feel your best. Visit yourgoodwood.com and discover a renewed sense of vitality.
At Parrish, we take pride in building roofs that last, because in Louisiana, toughness isn't just on the court, it's in your home too.
Off the Bench with Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
All right, welcome back here off the bench. Monday morning, 9:35 a.m. Hope you're having a beautiful morning. Hope you had a great Easter weekend as well. Celebrating, as we always should every year, the death and resurrection. So we are very thankful, of course, as always, and we hope you had a beautiful weekend with the family, whoever you chose to spend it with. If you have kids, hopefully y'all had a ball, had a blast doing some Easter eggs. I know we did. It was fantastic. Monday show brought to you by Bayou Automotive. Every single Monday. Let's keep the train rolling with a little LSU football talk. Little LSU football news. There was an article that came out USA Today. It wasn't like spring football specific, but kind of 5 questions that we hope to get answered for LSU football in Lane Kiffin's first year. And the first one, surprise, surprise, it's very quarterback heavy, but the 5 questions asked by USA Today was, is Sam Leavitt going to be healthy? And that's the burning question that I think there's an assumption there that certainly Sam Leavitt's going to be healthy for the season. That's why you bring him in. That's why you pay him the big bucks. That's why when he leaves here after kind of a disappointing visit during the portal window, that Lane Kiffin gets on a plane and flies to Knoxville to try to poach him back, to get him back. And, I don't know if we know exactly what the offer is, but we assume that it's a pretty decent one, that is going to solidify your name as the starting quarterback for the LSU Tigers in 2026. But will he be healthy? I don't know. We'll see. Certainly he's been limited, but I think he's done a little bit more in practice than he was expected to.
He's done basically everything except 7-on-7. And, there's been a lot of people say, is he ahead of schedule? Is he behind schedule? The word I had always heard, like the minute he entered the portal, is he should be healthy by the end of May. We're at the beginning of April. He's got time. I think he's fine. I mean, he's out there throwing routes on air, 7-on-7. I mean, he's literally doing everything.
No 11
except
on 11,
running.
right?
No.
So,
no
7-on-7,
Yep.
That's where this practice ends.
Yep.
Because usually practice is like individual, routes on air, maybe route concepts on air as a group. Then it gets to 7-on-7. Then usually from 7-on-7, you go into team situations. So that's kind of where his practice is probably ending, which is fantastic. Like all the individual routes on air, get the timing. You know what narrative I don't really like, though, that it does state it in this article? LSU's offense will go as Sam Levitt goes.
I disagree with
I
that.
disagree with that as well. Of course, the offense is always going to go as the quarterback goes because it's the most important position in sports. But to say it relies solely on one guy's shoulders, of course, they signed him to be the starter. That's why you pay him what you do. But to say it can't be former 5-star recruit or Landon Clark, who has been performing very well after you come off a year where he did it with Trinidad Chambliss, a kid from nowhere. And he becomes a Heisman contender, should have gone to the NFL guy, winning in the law in the courtroom. But you go to that, to make the comment that it goes as Sam Levitt goes is absolutely it's historically false for a Lane Kiffin offense.
Yes. Well, and they mentioned, okay, we had a running quarterback, Jackson Dart, Trinidad Chambliss. Guys, everybody on defense in spring practice is talking about how fast Landon Clark is and how good he looks, tucking the ball away, taking off and running. My point is it doesn't have to be Sam Levitt. Like last year during fall camp, I came in here and I think I said, if Garrett Nussmeier gets hurt, this team's going to win 4 games. And they did a little bit better than that, but they still weren't good. I think you're in a much better position, top to bottom quarterback room, than you were a year ago. Because remember, Colin Hurley had the car accident in the offseason. He basically was limited all of fall camp. So you couldn't turn to him. You had Garrett Nussmeier and Michael Van Buren, who had played 3 games in college. That's what you had. Or no, he played 6 games in college, but he had not even been a starter for a full season. Did some good, did some bad at Mississippi State, but was the first year in this system. That's all you had. I think you have a lot more depth this year, whether it's Clark, whether it's Longstreet, whether it's Levitt. Like, I don't want to say it doesn't matter because obviously you want Sam Levitt to be your starting quarterback. I understand that, but I think those other 2 guys can get the job done.
No doubt. I mean, you've just seen it too much in Lane Kiffin's offense. So, the first question, will Sam Levitt be healthy? We will certainly, that's going to be the assumption, and that's what him signing here and getting that contract was under the assumption that he will certainly be healthy. But to say that it goes as he goes is just not going to be accurate, especially with the way Lane Kiffin's offense is run. The next question is a really intriguing one. And it's going to, you could make probably the comment a little bit more on this one. Who started? It's going to determine the fate of this offense. Maybe not the fate. That's a little extreme. But who's going to be starting at right tackle? Certainly Weston Davis was LSU's right tackle last year. And to say 2025 wasn't always kind to him would be probably accurate. Now, whose fault was that really? Of course, you don't want him to see him losing one-on-one battles, but the teachings, the coachings, the philosophies that were given to those kids, nobody was really set up for success. So what can he do in a new offense with a new regime, with new coaches, with new technique? Are they going to teach different things? Eye location, hat placement, not running dumb RPOs every single time where you can't get up to the second level of linebackers when you're run blocking, not knowing when you're pass protecting because you might be handing it. Like those are all things that play into it, and I'm sure going to play in the decision making when it comes to this. But of course, new offensive coaches. He also brings in an Ole Miss offensive lineman, Devin Harper. So who will be starting at right tackle for the LSU Tigers?
I think this is the most important question in the offseason is who gets the right tackle spot because look, there's competition at every position with a new coaching staff. We know that, but Jordan Seaton has rave reviews around him. I mean, Kiffin talks about how he'll come up here at 9 o'clock on a Sunday night sometimes, and Jordan Seaton's out there on the field doing his own thing. So if he locks down one side, it could be Weston Davis. Sean Tompkins, who they brought over from Baylor, he started a number of games at left tackle. They could always kick him over to the other side if they need to. He's repped there a little bit. Now, Harper, a lot of people do mention, he's repped a lot of guard as well, like a lot of guard, probably more guard than tackle so far in the spring. He's done a little bit of both, but don't count out Bryson Martinez. We talked about him last year. He's a true freshman, early enrollee, but he's about 6'7", 6'8", 320 pounds. And he's the guy, Matt, I played the clip of during weekend winners. He lined up at tight end. He lined up at receiver, at quarterback. I mean,
tight end.
Yeah, he's an athletic freak coming over. He was repping second-team left tackle behind Jordan Seaton, but if he picks it up, he played some right tackle in high school too. Like, that's a guy to watch. I think that's the hotly contested battle in the spring.
Yep. And that's going to be the battle. Who runs out there first in the first game? Yep. But in all honesty, this competition is going to be great for the team because you're going to need every single one of those guys at some point during the season. Whether it's a big drive, whether it's a full game, whether it's half the season, it's the offensive line. It's a long season. They're in the trenches. There are things that no one's going to play an entire season completely healthy. So this competition is going to give everybody much needed reps in practice, getting used to the game. And whoever the starter is, we hope that they play every snap. That'd be great. Weston Davis at right, Seaton at left, whoever it ends up being, that'd be great. But in reality, this is tackle football. That doesn't happen. You're going to need each and every one of these. The last three questions we'll get to quick here because I think a couple of them are kind of self-explanatory. Harlan Berry, Caden Durham, are they going to split reps, or how do they split the reps?
Does it matter?
It doesn't matter. You got a luxury. This is an absolute luxury to have. We didn't know if Caden Durham would be here this year. Now, these guys, Harlan Berry shined last year because he was really the only guy that could get something going a lot of times. The running game was pitiful last year. We don't need to get red-faced over here, getting mad about all of it. Caden Durham, he's a baller. Harlan Berry, he's a baller. It doesn't matter how they split those reps. I'd like to see the running back rotation improve and be a little bit more strategic this year. I see both of those guys having the potential to both have big years and impact this offense. Fourth question, does Trey'Dez Green reach superstar status? The answer is yes. As long as he stays healthy and Lane Kiffin and his offensive staff figure out the right way to utilize this weapon, and weapon can't be said strong enough, Trey'Dez has if they use him correctly and he stays healthy, can be the most dominant offensive player in college football in 2026. It's just a fact. Like, that can happen. He has the ability. He has the size. He has the mindset, the attitude. If you can figure out the way to isolate him, to use him in a very, very strategic way, and by all accounts, that's why we hired Lane, right? He can bring his offensive staff. He's had success everywhere. If they can figure that piece of the puzzle out, and sometimes having a weapon is hard because you got to figure out how to use it. Figure that out, he can be the most dominant offensive player in the country. So, does he reach superstar status? Hell yes. How many wide receivers emerge as reliable targets? Taylor?
As many as Lane wants to use.
I mean, you signed like 40 of them.
Yeah.
So,
as many as Lane wants to use. I mean, Jace Brown, Jackson Harris, and Winston Watkins have been the quote-unquote starters in the spring because I don't think they're starters in the spring. They've just kind of been running with the ones. But Eugene Wilson comes over from Florida. He had a lot of hype around him. Trey Brown is flash. Malik Elzy, they've talked about him. You got three, I think, really good high school wide receivers that are going to come into the fold and continue as spring and the offseason goes along. As many as they want, Matt. As many guys as they think can make an impact. Lane's going to play all of them. Like we talked about it last year.
It's almost too much. We got too many weapons.
I think Lane had 6 guys with at least 500 yards receiving last year and nobody over 1,000. Like, he likes to spread the ball around. So as many as he think can make an impact, he's not afraid to just go out there and let them play.
6 guys with over 500?
Yeah.
That's what you call a balanced offense. Mike Leach said it. It's not necessarily balance between run and pass. It's balance between who gets the ball. Whether it's how you get the ball, doesn't really matter. Is it a forward pass? Is it a handoff? It doesn't matter how you get the ball. As long as you spread who gets the ball around. So certainly they've signed enough. Certainly there will be a handful of guys that emerge out of that room as very reliable targets. So
5 guys over 600 yards. Winston Watkins at 400. He would have been the 6th guy. So, I mean, right there, though. He's the one we got. So
the one we got. Trey'Dez over under touchdowns on the year. Let's just, I don't know what it is because there's probably actually a number. Say over under touchdowns at 11.5.
Again, that's a lot for this offense. They're spreading the ball around. I'll go under.
Yeah, I was going to say the line would have been 9.5. in my opinion.
I mean, again, Matt, I talked about the receiving yards. Their leading receiver was Deshaun Stribling, 6 receiving touchdowns a year ago because they spread the ball around so much.
Who knows? Trey Days might be in New York next year, guys. Might have 18. You didn't like that. I saw that face. Come on, have a little faith, buddy.
I mean, I'd be all about it. I don't think it's going to happen.
Anyway, LSU football. Can't wait to watch it. Hey, if you are in the chat's been a little quiet today. We're coming back, and our dedication to the Ask the Bench segment. Get some Ask the Bench questions in there. If you're just listening to us, go to YouTube, turn on the chat, ask some questions to us, and we'll finish out this show. We'll Ask the Bench right here on Off the Bench.
Off the Bench.
All right, go to trashrangers.com, trashrangers.com. Of course, the website for Trash Rangers, the most reliable trash and waste removal service in all of Louisiana. So I say trash because they got your commercial dumpsters, they got your residential trash cans, they got your roll-off dumpsters, but I also say their waste removal because they have Trash Rangers Sanitation Department, which is their portable toilet department. So go check them out, go to their website. You can click the tab that says sanitation. And if you have a project, you got a job site coming up, you're a roofing company, lawn company, maybe you're a contractor, industrial, residential, whatever it is, you got a project, give them a call, let them quote that project for you. You got to have the portable toilets out there. It's just a necessity of life when it comes to when we build. We got to build. So go check them out. And don't rely on those national companies for those portable toilets. Go to Trash Ranger Sanitation and trash removal. I mean, that's the heart of everything right there. I tell you about the roll-off dumpster all the time. I think Jake's got one now. I had one about a month ago. 3 sizes to choose from. Flat rate pricing, which is I've used about 30 roll-off dumpster places in my life. I've never had flat rate pricing. What you see is what you get. Trashrangers.com.
When it comes to industrial construction, River Parish Contractors can do it all. Mechanical, structural, custom fabrication, specialized welding, and turnaround services. Strategically located in between Baton Rouge and New Orleans, we have the local team with the experience and commitment to safety to manage the most complex industrial projects. Period. Here's the deal. Partnering with us means your project is delivered on time, on budget, and most important, safely. River Parish Contractors, let's get building.
If your office is experiencing performance issues like slow networks, jammed printers, or disappearing files, Advanced Office Systems may be right for you. With powerful IT solutions, print management, document imaging, and security systems, they help offices regain confidence naturally. Side effects may include uncontrollable efficiency, smoother workflows, and a sudden burst of office joy. Say goodbye to those emotional breakdowns in the supply closet and get back on track with Advanced Office Systems.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana Propane Dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana Propane Dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.
Jordan Faber here with some exciting news. Faber Automotive has officially arrived. We're proud to introduce your new hometown dealership, Faber Chevrolet GMC. That means more inventory, better deals, and the same great local team. Now backed by the trusted Faber family name. Whether you're shopping or servicing, you'll feel the difference from day one. Allow us the opportunity to earn your business.
Fabry Chevrolet GMC. Visit us in St. Francisville or online at FabryChevrolet.com.
These are the luckiest ice cubes in the world. They could have been a thankless bed for an all-you-can-eat salad bar. But instead, they've been called upon to cradle and cool a crisp, refreshing Dos Equis. Looks like the lucky just got luckier. Dos Equis.
After a decade of working in private duty nursing, I know how hard it can be to find compassionate care for the ones that you love the most. So I started Decision Critical, a premier concierge nursing agency, so we can take care of you wherever you are. Our highly skilled nurses provide exceptional care from the comfort of your own home with personalized packages for short-term, long-term, or even around-the-clock care. Visit us at Decision.
Now it's a force field. I wear my heart up on
Hester and Flynn, presented by Bayou Automotive.
Your love pours down on me, surround me like a waterfall.
All right, welcome back here off the bench, closing out the show. Hour number 3 on a Monday. Appreciate Braxton, Tay joining. We just getting by. Hester will, I think, be back in studio. Alondra a little bit later this week. But let's get to your Ask the Bench questions brought to you by Dos Equis. Little Ask the Bench or so. Dos Equis. If you're going to drink some beer, do responsibly, but make sure you're going for Dos. Stay thirsty, my friends, with Dos Equis. All right, first. That's a bitch question. How many peeps did you eat yesterday?
0.
I know. I'm actually ashamed to say, we didn't even get our kids peeps.
I didn't have any.
I didn't have any, which I love. Do I love a peep? I'll eat one.
It's just the marshmallow.
It's just marshmallow. But I'm not dying for marshmallows all the time. But no, unfortunately, I do have to say I did not have any peeps yesterday.
I did hear there are a bunch of different flavor ones, though. I did not know that. They're not just like...
Really?
Yeah,
okay.
I think I saw...
I know there's different colors.
I think they're just different colors.
Well, no.
It's kind of like...
I can't remember exactly. I saw a clip. There's a Sunny D
M&M.
flavor. There is a... Oh, man. There's a Kool-Aid flavor.
That doesn't sound very good.
I know it doesn't. But...
All right, next Ask the Bench question brought to you by Dos Equis. If you could play on any historic sports team ever and immediately be talented enough to play any position, what team would you choose and what would you play? This is a great question, which probably deserves more thought than we're going to give this.
Yeah.
I always go back to nostalgia of my childhood growing up, and I was going to say immediately the Rangers, but they never won. Not the Cowboys because I'd want to play quarterback, and no one's replacing Troy. So I'm just going to go with I'd play for the Chicago Bulls somehow. I'll just be a role player.
That. Shoot her off the bench or something.
Shoot her off the bench, make some big
little
threes.
Steve Kerr action.
Yeah, I don't want to play post or anything. I don't want to get down and dirty like that. I just want to be able to be there, run out of the tunnel with the Bulls intro music. I think that'd be fun.
I will replace Trent Dilfer as the 0-1 Ravens quarterback and win the Super Bowl. You said you don't want to replace Troy. I'll replace Trent Dilfer. That's fine.
Okay. All right. Well, that's fair. Okay. So you just went with your Super Bowl average quarterback. Good for you. I'll tell you who I would trade plays with. Kirk Cousins.
Yep.
Kirk Cousins. He just signed a new deal. He's now career earnings $341,469,288 in career earnings. So he just signed a 5-year, $172 million deal. And he's 40. So good for him. That's who I would probably trade places with if I had to choose. Anyway, we appreciate Dos Equis sponsoring our Ask the Bench every single day. We love you. We thank you. Thanks for tuning in today. We love you. Go America.
Off the bench.
Don't laugh at Go America. Tell you what, who else is American? Rejuvename. RejuvenameMedical.com. If you are kind of feeling a little bit down, maybe a little bit unmotivated, a little lack of energy here or there, well, your hormones might be a little thrown off. Or you might be getting a little bit older and that testosterone is starting to drop. Well, go check them out over at RejuvenameMedical.com. They got 13 locations all over the state of Louisiana. So chances are, if you're hearing this show, if you're hearing our voices, you have a great location near you. And I say great because they got an incredible staff. It's a fantastic, it is run so professionally. Hormone replacement therapy. We're talking about testosterone replacement. If you are feeling low energy like that, they've been Louisiana's leader for over 10 years. So if you're going to do it, make sure you're doing it medically supervised and make sure you're doing it the best. We know it's a little bit intimidating, like the testosterone thing. It's a natural part of life. And sometimes yours is lower than it should be. So go check it out. Get that blood work drawn, get it taken, and go talk to Rejuvename. RejuvenameMedical.com.
I'm Gabrielle McLeod on behalf of the Louisiana propane dealers. I have spent hundreds of hours preparing for scholarship competitions. That preparation paid off when I won the Fitness and Talent Awards along with the title of Miss Louisiana. The Louisiana propane dealers are also pretty talented and want you to be prepared for when the power goes out. Visit LouisianaPropane.com to find out about propane generators and other safety tips. Louisiana Propane, it truly is the fuel for our future.